think I'll last a bit longer. Find another reason to breathe this air. And now we made for ourselves. This won't be the last time. I've never in my life ever seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tell me to someone who will love me. Yeah, I know it when I met you. I'm not the only one who's alone. Find me soon and take me home. I know it when I saw you. I'm not the only one hanging on. Tell me to someone who will love me. Oh, never in my life did I want to see you more than this. And every time you're lost, I wonder if you know you're missed. I'm breathing when I can, and I only hope you're watching this. I hope you know that I exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tell me to someone who will love me. Yeah, I know it when I met you. I'm not the only one who's alone. Find me soon and take me home. I know it when I saw you. I'm not the only one hanging on. Tell me to someone who will love me. Somebody pick me up. Somebody to find my love. Somebody to pick me up. Ooh, somebody to pick me up. Somebody to find my love. Somebody to pick me up. Ooh.
It's the Morning Invasion with Dax and Steve-O on Star 88.
I suppose we should get going.
Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, hello, everybody. Good morning.
Yes.
Welcome to it. Friday. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. What's going on? Dex, Steve-O. Weekend is here, everybody. Are we ready for it? Any big plans this weekend?
So many. No.
No. Yeah, no plans.
State Fair, maybe? Collective
Come
Souls
on,
this
bro.
weekend, bro.
Yeah.
Are you going to go with me?
No.
Whoa!
I hate that band.
What?
Yeah. Ugh. No thanks.
But it's Collective Soul, bro!
Exactly.
I'm
Haven't
excited.
let your lights on. Is that Clef?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, just making sure. Phone lines are open 505-338-3700. We love when you call. We love hearing your voice. Give us a call. Anything on your mind, you want to chime in. We're also live on Facebook and YouTube at Star 88 FM. And we got a live line you can text in. What's the number?
It's 505-585-LIVE. It's 505-585-5483. Like to text into the show. I know this very well.
Here's your headline. Mysterious observatory evacuation stirs alien conspiracy theories. Corners of the internet are a-Twitter about a possible alien cover-up after reports that a Black Hawk helicopter and federal agents swooped in and inexplicably evacuated a remote part of New Mexico, including a prominent solar observatory. FBI agents showed up at the Sunspot Solar Observatory in tiny Sunspot, New Mexico on Friday and shut it down. They evacuated the local area. There was a Black Hawk helicopter, a bunch of people around antennas, and work crews on towers, but nobody was telling us anything. Why would the FBI get so involved so quickly? Why would a Black Hawk helicopter? Why would they send the Black Hawk helicopter? Why, Steve-O? Why would they do that if it wasn't an alien abduction?
I don't know. Do you think this is real, or do you think it's because 4 days ago was the 25th anniversary of X-Files?
Oh man, you're probably right.
I'm just
All right.
saying, Fox has been saying they're going to do something special for the 25th anniversry of the X-Files. And so what they did was they abducted a bunch of people. And then they had the FBI show up and evacuate this observatory in southern New Mexico at the same time. It's all tied in together.
But there was a Black Hawk helicopter.
And we don't know what it means yet. But
what about the Black Hawk helicopter?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, the director hasn't told us yet why.
What about the F-14 Tomcat?
The truth is out there.
What about the Apache? What about the aircraft carrier that showed up in southern New Mexico?
I don't know. I really don't know.
How do you explain
I'm
that?
sorry. I do know that, like, there's a new comic book. I know that.
How do you explain the
released-
crates of flux capacitors that have gone missing? How do you explain that?
I can't, because I think I had the knowledge, and then Will Smith showed up and was like, check this out. And then it was like, and I was done. I forgot everything. I'm mixing up my movies now.
Yeah. How do you explain the antennas and the crews hanging out next to the facility, and they wouldn't let them in anymore? How do you explain that?
This is good. I don't know. Remember the Stormy said, put on your foil hats.
Yep.
Put on your foil hats.
This is fake news.
Sir, you are fake news. Sir, go ahead. Can you state
News.
That's not confirmed, guys. I don't know if it's fake news or not, but you bring up a great point. I mean, X-Files,
25th anniversary,
yeah,
guys.
I mean,
You know, maybe it's a frustrated individual because they were trying to get the exclusive 25th anniversary Mulder and Scully Barbie dolls that they just look at these things. They just released Mulder and Scully. Oh, they're incredible, but they're gone. They're gone, just like the people that were abducted.
nobody was abducted, but the facility is closed.
Yeah.
Okay. And there was a Black Hawk helicopter.
Okay.
So people are losing their minds. They're like, why? Why? I don't know. I just don't understand. Why would a Black Hawk helicopter show up?
Okay.
Why would they shut down our facility so fast if, what had to do with aliens? I don't know. Somebody can maybe let us know. I mean, I'm sure we got some people that listen down there in beautiful, Sunport? Is that where it's at? Sunport, New Mexico?
I mean,
Yes. Oh, Sunspot. Wait. FBI agent showed up at the Sunspot Solar Observatory in tiny Sunspot, New Mexico. Never been there.
I know.
Never been to Sunspot?
We should go there.
Is that where all the alien stuff? Is that where all the secret labs are at? In Sunspot, New Mexico?
I mean, no clue.
I mean, did you see the way look at it's the inside
See,
of it.
we should go. How come we don't go on road trips together?
I hate road trips. That's why. Ugh. Go with Beanix. He loves those.
Gosh, I love road trips.
Nah. Ugh. No way, man. It depends on where I'm going, I guess. I don't want to go on the same trip I've always gone on and see the same things. I always fall asleep in a car. That's the problem. I have to drive. If I don't drive, I fall asleep.
But isn't that great that you can fall asleep in
Yeah,
a car?
that's true. You're right.
Christy always has to drive because she gets sick.
She gets car sick.
Yeah, in the passenger seat. I'm like, okay. Well, I'm going to read and play video games and because I can do all of those things in the
Right.
car. I don't get it.
Man, big show today, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Big show. It's Friday. Sam Swan going to be in.
Which wasn't going to happen, so I'm really happy about this.
The Schwan.
Mm-hmm.
And so yesterday, when Beanix was in, we were talking about, being journalists and how we need to, check our facts and fake news and where's the line and all that. I thought this was pretty cool. This just came out this morning. Facebook will start fact-checking memes.
What? How do you fact check a meme?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Facebook announced yesterday that independent researchers are going to start fact-checking memes, including photos and videos people post. They're saying, obviously, they can't catch every fake meme out there, but they'll focus on the ones that are going viral by using metadata and reverse image searches. And you'll be able to flag stuff if you think it's fake. It's not clear if they'll be removing memes just because third-party fact-checkers determine they're untrue. Probably not. They've already been doing this with bogus articles. Some get demoted, so they're less likely to pop up on your feed, but Facebook doesn't remove them unless they're promoting violence. So they're going to start fact-checking. You know what? This is great. These are the steps that it takes to get rid of all the fake news, right?
I mean,
That's where we get our fake news, from Facebook.
I saw a meme yesterday and I couldn't discover if it was real or not. Is that a bird or is that, in fact, a rabbit mid-long jump?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, you know what? I've seen the video. I know what it is.
It's a rabbit
It's a rabbit, yeah. No, wait. No.
Skiing. It's a
No,
rabbit skiing.
I'm thinking.
in the air.
I was thinking of the squirrel that jumped
How
off
funny
the fence.
is that?
Yeah, that's or is it a rattlesnake?
In the midair.
I think that's a rattler.
That's my favorite meme I've ever seen in my entire life.
Doesn't it look like a rattlesnake?
No, it looks like a rabbit.
No, it looks like a
Mid-long jump.
rattlesnake.
I don't know what you're
Like
talking
all
about.
coiled
See?
up and
we already disagree.
ready to strike.
How's Facebook going to answer the truth?
Yeah, who gets to determine?
Yeah.
You know? Who determines whether it's fake or real?
$1 million question there, my
Yeah.
friend. $1 million question.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said, sure sounds like Facebook's trying to censor people.
Yeah, it says, yeah.
Somebody else said memes are meant to be funny, not factual.
See, that's what I was thinking. When I first saw this this headline, I'm like, wait a second. Aren't all memes just funny? Like, they're not real?
Right. Right.
That doesn't make any
That's like
sense.
your Debbie Downer friend who's like, actually, that's not true. I was watching this documentary on PBS, and, yeah.
I got to see if this will pop. I saw one of the funniest things, and I giggled. Now that I think about it, I wonder if this is something that they would have taken down. Did you see somebody posted, it was a photo of them on a scale.
Okay.
So they were weighing themselves, but they put a calculator over the screen that would show what your weight was, and they put in 130 on the calculator.
See? That's
Something
not
like
factual.
that. You gotta see it because it's so funny. And what
Just
they
saying.
said too is, I was dying. Yeah, are they? You know, if you saw that, would you, as a third party, would you say, oh, that's false?
I mean,
That's not true. She put a calculator on top of that. Is not real. I can't believe they're trying to dupe us. They put a calculator on the scale.
somebody says, stupid. Freedom of speech to say dumb and right things. I love fake news. It's entertaining, and it makes people think for themselves. I mean, I wish. I don't think it does make people think for themselves all the time. I think some people just eat it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Somebody said, but almost all cover photos are not real. They are mostly all airbrushed.
It says haters will say it's photoshopped. So great. I'm going to share this on my page if you guys want to go check it out.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, Britt says, that was mine, bro.
Oh, is that yours? No,
Yeah.
it wasn't
Yeah, it
originally
was.
yours.
It even-
I
she
saw
even
so
says-
many people sharing it.
Okay, whatever.
Wasn't originally yours. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah.
I believe
I
you,
just
Britt.
shared it. Yeah, so that's interesting, right?
Yeah, that is
But,
actually very
I
interesting.
mean, I'm glad that they're, taking it serious.
But again, who's fact checking?
A
who's saying-
research team is fact checking. Researchers. Man.
Okay.
These are people that have a college degree.
Okay.
They've had to have been employed by a credible business for at least 10 years.
Okay. Are you just making stuff up?
They have to have blonde hair and blue eyes. They have to be at least 5'8" and weigh 130 pounds.
Uh-huh.
It's the only way you can be a fact checker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Serious, man.
Okay.
I read it.
Yeah.
Let's see. A radio station, they had a package show up. We'll tell you what was in the package coming up. Remember that package that showed up here a while back? Remember that package?
No.
I opened it up. Remember? And it started raining.
Yes.
Raining?
Yes. I'm like, I have no idea what you were talking about right now. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about right now.
I can't really talk about it, guys.
I know you can't. You can't. You really can't.
Let's see. What else we got? We got 4 scams to watch out for after a natural disaster. You know what? Uncle Ted, how dare you, sir?
Oh.
I hit you up yesterday.
Yeah.
I messaged you during the hurricane, and I did not hear back from you. And then later on that day, I saw him on Facebook commenting on other people's posts like, I'm okay, I'm fine.
Yeah, we actually have a member of the Star Army chiming in saying, please pray for my daughter and son-in-law who are in Jacksonville. Haven't heard from them since 6 p.m. last night. Jacksonville, North Carolina, not Florida.
Well, I guess
And it's like,
it caused a lot of damage. Probably,
Right.
you know, they probably don't have cell service.
Yeah, could be.
Power.
right.
It's all out.
But they have Facebook. I don't
They
know.
have Facebook. Yeah, Uncle Ted. Are you doing all right? Are you alive? I mean, obviously you're alive. I saw you commenting yesterday, but you didn't hit me back. You know?
Speaking of, I need to call my mom. She called me yesterday, left a message, never called her back.
You want to call your mom later in the show? You want to do that?
Probably not.
See how she's doing?
Probably not.
A pastor destroyed his Nike gear on stage. We'll talk about that.
Did he light the stage on fire accidentally?
He lit the stage on fire.
Did he burn down the building?
He doused his Nike gear in gasoline, but he put too much gasoline. You ever put too much gasoline on a fire? Or not gas, but
I'm like, oh my gosh.
what is it called?
Lighter fluid?
Lighter fluid, yeah.
No.
I have. That's why I don't have hair anymore. All right, we got to take a break. How's everybody doing?
So good.
Britt, Jarrett, Charlene. Thanks. Wearing the Goonies shirt. Appreciate that. You guys can chime in Facebook, YouTube Live at Star 88 FM. And you guys can give us a call when we come back. 505-338-3700. What's the live line number, Steve-O?
505-585-LIVE.
Wrong.
Okay.
That's my favorite drop for some reason right now. I don't know. I just love that drop. Does it upset you when I play it?
No, I mean, it's fake.
Steve-O got me sick.
Uh-oh.
Steve-O got me sick.
Hey, good news. It's Friday. You'll have 3 days in bed.
Ugh. Ugh. All right, we got to take a quick break, guys. We'll be right back. Hang on.
A Star 88 Supernova. Here's Rick Warren.
God says, I want you to live a life of significance, a purpose-driven life, a life of meaning. And how do you do that? By applying yourself to do good deeds and helping others who have urgent needs. He takes small steps. Isaiah 1, learn to do good, work for justice, help the down and out, stand up for the homeless, go to bat for the defenseless. Now, every one of those things you can do right here. You see, God's vision for your life is both global and local. You need bifocal vision. And when we talk about God's vision for your life in the peace plan, it's not just something way over there in another country. It's something right here. It's not about location. It's about dedication.
Catch Rick Warren's Daily Hope on KNKT 1071 weekdays at 7:30 a.m. Abraham Lincoln reminds us, remember that some things legally right are not morally right. Star 88 with a solar flare. As a Christian, you have a hope to share. With more, here's Matt Chandler on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
One of the unique things about how God sees us, and I think we see this most often through Scripture by how God names people and gives people new names that they have no business having. All right, so that God tends to name people what they'll be long before they actually are. The book of Genesis, God comes to a man named Abram and a woman named Sarai and says, you're going to be the father of many nations. To which Abraham, who was 75 years old, said, I don't have any children. I'm 75. My wife is in her 70s. I don't think this is happening. So God repeats himself. No. Your new name is Abraham, which means father of many nations. And Sarai, her new name is Sarah. Abraham, Sarah, this is who you are. You are the father of many nations. You are the mother of many nations.
That's Matt Chandler on a Star 88 PowerPoint. The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
What feature would you want Apple to release on your phone right now?
Man.
If you could pick like something on the phone, we were like, oh, you know what? I'm upgrading right now. I'm so excited.
I would want the ability, because this basically is a computer, minus one thing. You know what's missing from this device?
What?
A printer. All right? So imagine this. You're at the store. You realize, oh, snap, I'm $12 short. Boop, boop, boop.
Print money?
Prints money. Doesn't even come from a bank account or anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some would call that counterfeit, which is illegal. But I'm just saying, if I could have any feature on my phone, I'd want it to print cold, hard cash.
Yeah.
You said anything.
You know what I would want?
What?
I would want the ability to be next to your phone and then steal all the information.
Okay, Batman.
What?
That's not real.
Oh.
I mean, it probably is, actually.
It's like a hacker
device? Yeah.
Oh.
No. Yeah, these are both really poor
But I just have to be near you and your phone.
You said anything. So, yeah. I want the ability to, if I'm driving on the freeway, and I'm near somebody who's cutting everybody else off, I want the ability for my phone to automatically call that phone. You don't even need the phone number. It's within the proximity.
That's
so
cool.
I could go, hi, friend. Yeah, Mazda 3 that's now 4 cars behind you. Would you mind not driving like an idiot?
Yeah.
There are children in this car.
I can see that being misused a lot. Like if there was a very attractive person next to you at a stoplight and you just called that person
my
up.
phone would be blowing up on the news.
Yeah, you'd get a lot of fun. No, you wouldn't. You didn't get any.
No.
You know what I wish mine had? I wish Apple. Remember the knife that was like a switchblade, but it was a switch
Swiss
comb?
Army knife.
It was a switch comb.
The switch comb. I was thinking
wish
Swiss
there was
Army
a
knife.
feature where it was a comb would come out. Like your phone, it's like a Swiss
You don't
Army
need
knife.
a comb. You don't have hair.
Shut your mouth. I hate you. Done.
Swiss Army knife would be cool, though. Like utensils.
Yeah.
You're at lunch
Fork.
and you need a fork. Yeah.
Knife.
See, exactly.
Toothpick.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Somebody said, I would love the ability to take back a text message. Oh!
You know what? I had a hack for you. I know how to do this. So if you send a text to the wrong number on accident, I think you only have a few seconds. So you got to be quick on the draw.
Seconds?
You want to flip your, if you have an iPhone, you flip it up and then put it in airplane mode. It'll stop it from going. But you got to be quick on the draw, bro.
But then it'll still send when you take it out of airplane mode.
You can never take it out of airplane mode. You know what? I'm going to send you a text right now and see if it works. You just can never take it out of airplane mode.
You just break it. Well, this one's done. All right.
All right, boom. All right, I just sent it. Okay, boom. Okay, I just put it on airplane mode. See if you get the text.
It says, hi.
Darn it.
Yeah, you
Didn't
idiot.
work.
That doesn't work.
Maybe it can't be on like iMessage. Maybe you got to turn that off.
Your life hacks did not work. You are a life hack.
It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O on Star 88.
What's going on in the news today?
This is a very dangerous storm. Inland flooding kills a lot of people, unfortunately, and that's what we're about to see.
Here in Wilmington, North Carolina, the worst of Florence is yet to come.
I've been through all of them. This is the worst one yet.
President Trump sent out a series of tweets disputing the death toll in Puerto Rico in the wake of Hurricane Maria.
Elizabeth Smart pleaded with authorities in Utah to reconsider releasing one of her kidnappers.
New information one top Democratic senator claims to have about Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh.
Feinstein revealing little, saying she has, quote, received information from an individual concerning Kavanaugh.
President Trump's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, has tentatively agreed to a plea deal in order to avoid a second trial.
Outside Boston, a series of natural gas explosions set off fires in more than 20 homes.
General Motors is recalling more than 1 million trucks and SUVs.
Recall covers certain 2015 Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra 1500 pickups.
What does it mean when you get goosebumps? When you get the chills? What does it mean, man?
You just got that feeling. I have no idea.
You got that love and feeling?
Ah, chills. Literal chills.
We're going to tell you coming up here in just a little bit. Yeah. Science. They figured it out. What does it mean when you get the chills, when you get the goosies? Do you get the goosies a lot?
I mean, I have a heart.
Oh. Huh. Maybe that has something to do with the science behind it. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Dex and Steve-O live on Facebook, YouTube Live at Star 88 FM. Shout out to everybody. What's everybody doing for the weekend, huh? Any plans? Mark, good morning. Sam, I'm reading a lot of people praying for Sam. Sam, you need prayer, bro?
Yeah, she's going to the doc today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
prayers for Sam.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, if you guys ever need prayer, you need anything, guys, we're always here for you. You know that, right? You know I'm here for you. Yeah, yesterday I went for a run. I was so excited to go for a run. And about 1.5 miles into my run, oh, and I would breathe in, and it I was so mad at you yesterday.
Sorry.
I was so mad at you. I'm like, Steve-O! I ripped my shirt and fell to my knees and said, Steve-O!
I know.
That's what I did.
Wait, why is it my fault? I didn't
Really?
invent disease and sickness.
You could have stayed home, dude.
Yeah.
My body's at war right now, guys. It's at war. So you know what I did? I didn't run back. I walked very slowly back. Because the last thing you want to do when you're sick is work out. Yeah. That'll make it worse for you.
They
so
can.
I walked back very. Oh, see? Oh gosh, Steve-O.
I'm sorry.
Now I can't go for a run today. When I hear that noise, it makes me want to cough. Does it make you want to cough? Or do you feel fine now? You feeling pretty good now, huh?
Feeling pretty good. Pretty all right. Yeah.
Whatever, man.
I'm sorry.
A radio station in Boston, they got a package in the mail. They opened it up and found 20 bags of marijuana.
Oh, my gosh.
What?
What do you do?
Wait, what do you do?
I mean, that'd be crazy, right?
The marijuana was addressed to a specific person who does not work in the building or for the company that owns the stations. Okay.
That is the
just
oddest
wrong
thing.
address, apparently.
Yeah.
Wrong. You know what's crazy is I didn't realize this until I think about a year ago that you
Can mail weed?
Well, people send drugs through the mail all the time.
That is the weirdest, dumbest.
And the dumbest thing, right?
Yeah. Okay, return address. Here's their address.
That's so crazy.
Wow. I'm dumbfounded.
Yeah. 20 pounds of it?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever got in the mail?
I'm trying to think. If I ever got anything weird in the mail. I mean, I got that box recently.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Years ago, somebody sent me a doll that looked like me.
Like the ones that we got?
Yeah, but it was like
a voodoo doll?
Exactly. It was a voodoo doll.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then I started getting notes.
No.
Talking about the things that they were doing to the voodoo doll. See, there's two. There's two voodoo dolls. The witch has one, and I have one. And when I hold it, I
Wait,
can
is this
actually
real?
feel. No, I mean it's real, but I didn't feel anything when they
No,
were
no, no. But
torturing
that
my
really
voodoo doll.
happened to you?
Yeah, it really happened.
That is creepy, man.
Yeah, Buck can confirm that too. It's real. So you know what I did?
What?
I dug a hole.
Okay.
And I buried it 6 feet under. That's what I did.
Wow.
Because I Googled it. I'm like, what do you do if you get a voodoo doll in the mail? And they said to bury it.
Man.
I wonder if it's still there.
Yeah.
Or if it's, haunting the family that lives in the house now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Dude, you know what else is kicking off this weekend?
X-Files?
Lobo Hockey Network.
Oh, Lobo Hockey!
It's back!
All right, everybody.
The Lobos taking on the Oregon Diggers, or the Ore Diggers. The Colorado School of Mines.
All right.
It's actually not Oregon at all. It really is the Ore Diggers. Lobos versus the Colorado School of Mines, and their mascot is a donkey.
What if it was an
and
ore?
they're called the Ore Diggers?
What if it was an ore? Their mascot was a giant ore.
That is the weirdest name.
What if they used, instead of hockey sticks, they used ore sticks? They came out on the ice using oars.
Ore sticks?
Yeah,
you just
oars.
mean like an ore.
Yeah, an ore.
Yeah.
Like the oars.
Yeah, but it's an ore, like
I get
O-R-E.
it. I know, but it's
like when
funny.
you're mining in World of Warcraft, because you need that ore. What a weird
Yeah, that's a weird
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go to the Colorado School of Mines. Wait, of mines? No, mines.
Mines.
You know mines? Like mines? No, mines. The Colorado School of Mines. Wait, mimes? No, bro. I'm speaking, so clearly not mimes. Mines.
Dude, that happens to me all the time with my last name. It drives me crazy. Yeah, what's your last name? Toth? What? Toff? Like toffee?
Like
Toff?
toffee.
No. Toth.
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 Toth?
Tooth? No. Toth. It's toth. Wait. Now, you just said toth, and now it's toth? Wait, what? Ah!
So there you go. Lobos, Colorado School of Mines.
Or it's always nice to have two names, because I have my Christian God-given name, Joe. And I have
Joseph.
Dex or Dexter. And a lot of times when I order food over the phone, especially if it's like a Chinese restaurant, it's I need a name for the order. Dex. What?
Yeah.
Dex.
Oh, dude, if I say Steve-O,
Yeah, what
like,
is it?
getting Dion's or whatever, and they're like, name, and I'm like, Steve-O, and they're like, Steve-O? I'm like, Steve-O, S-T-E-V-O. They're like one word, Steve-O?
Do
I'm
you,
like,
do you
yes,
go Steve?
Steve-O.
Do you just go Steve? Because
A lot of the times
after
I do.
I say Dex 4 times, I go, it's Joe. Just
Yeah.
put Joe down.
Just Joe.
Just Joe.
Just Joe. Steven. Steven. S-T-E-V. But when I'm on the phone and I say Steve, they're like they don't hear it.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Wait,
I'm like,
Steve.
Steve. It's
Steve?
the most basic
Steve?
name on the planet. Steve.
Steve. Yeah, but
Are you
Steve-O.
saying Steve?
Not a lot of people are named Steve-O. Yeah. It's like you and that stunt guy. You know, that's it. Those
Yeah.
are the only 2 Steve-Os in the world. I can barely breathe, guys. Pray for me. What were we talking about?
Everything.
You're right.
Talking about getting weird stuff in the mail.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
talking
Anybody
about
get
the
any weird
Lobo-
stuff in the mail?
Lobo men's hockey taking on the School of Mimes.
Anybody anybody get a weird package or get the wrong package? Did anybody get anything like that?
No.
You never got anything like that?
No. I, for the first time this week, had to, return something I purchased online.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was weird. Have you ever bought clothes online and it didn't fit?
Oh, it's the worst.
Right? And so I'm
hate
going,
that.
I don't like this.
Because you get so excited to get your
Yes!
shirt.
It took like a week and a
Yeah.
half. That Raiders hat. The first one I got in the mail, and I'm going, this doesn't fit right.
Yep.
I can't. This was like a $40 hat. So I'm like going back online. Like, this is how they get you. I'm never going to return this.
Right.
It's so many steps. What do I got to do? Oh, I literally just print this and take it to the mail.
Right.
So much work.
Then you find out it's in China, that you have to return it to China.
Oh, my gosh.
Because if something gets shipped from China, it takes like 2 to 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing I bought was a jacket, and I was so excited, and I ripped open the package and I put it on, and I looked like a weight 3rd grader wearing a small person's jacket. It was terrible. Ugh, I hate that. It's the worst. Yeah. Nothing better than just you get the package. Oh man, there's a package outside the front door. It's here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. That's I guess that's what the gamble on buying clothes online, right?
I mean,
you just never know. 505-338-3700. If you'd like to chime in, you can give us a call. Let's see. Fortnite and other popular games are responsible for 5% of divorces?
Oh, my gosh.
It's according to a law firm in England.
I feel like there's got to be more. It's a bigger percentage. People just don't want to admit it was video games.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'd say it said Fortnite and other addictive video games are now cited as one of the causes for splitting up in 5% of divorce cases. I mean, I know a couple people personally in my life that got split up over that.
Really?
Yeah, over being addicted to online gaming.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you said that, and I'm like, oh, online gaming.
Right.
Yes.
Like starting relationships through games.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Spending 18 to 20 hours a day.
But you don't understand. I love that elf magician. I love him. What? Yeah, guys. We're getting married in Azeroth on the steps of the sanctuary where we first dueled. Okay, well, hope you enjoy your weird fake life.
Right? Yeah, they said there wasn't any stats on how many American divorces Fortnite is responsible for. But they said a lot more people are playing games like Fortnite, so I'm sure it's probably a lot. It's probably 4% of people playing Fortnite. That's probably getting divorces.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just video games in general, man. I think, especially if your partner doesn't like video games, but you do, and you're just spending hours and hours and hours. How many hours you spent on Spider-Man? How many hours?
You know what's funny is after the first weekend when I was sick
Yeah,
and stuck
you're
in
kinda
bed,
like, okay.
I haven't played it
Really?
again.
Yeah.
I don't have time.
Right.
I used to, but that was the thing. I used to really devote a lot of time to stuff like that, and I don't know. I don't have time for that anymore.
All right. Yeah, so let's check ourselves, people.
Before we wreck ourselves.
Exactly.
However, if you're a gaming couple, couples who play together stay together.
See, and I think if
You know what I'm saying?
you're doing that, then sure.
Together.
That's fine. But you could even say your smartphone, if you're constantly on your smartphone while you're hanging out on the couch with your spouse, and you're not paying attention, you're not planning a date night, you're not wooing your
What
partner.
if that's your date night? Like you and your spouse are like, we're hitting it this weekend, bro. Headsets and we're...
No, and that's fine. If you're doing it together, it's completely fine. But if you're sitting on the couch and you're on your smartphone or playing a video game and not paying attention to your spouse, come on, man. Then you wonder why your partner went out and cheated on you. Not saying that that's an excuse to go and cheat on somebody, but that's what happens.
Right. Neglect.
Yeah.
You're completely neglecting them.
Yeah, the guy at the office,
universe.
is paying attention to your spouse.
Oh.
Go, well, someone's paying attention to me.
Don't you fall for that.
Andrew's been spending a lot of time with me lately. Just throwing that out there to you.
Somebody said 10-year-olds are married. Here's the thing. We look at video games and go, oh, well, they're for kids.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know how many adults I know play video
Honestly,
games?
I bet you there's more adults that play video games than
I agree.
kids.
I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Kind of like the idea of comic books and like nerd culture like that is for kids. And then you go to like in a couple weeks, I'll be at New York Comic Con.
Yeah, go to a Comic Con, there's no kids there. They're just like all
100,000
adults.
30, 40, 50-year-olds, men and women.
Yeah.
Pretty evenly split.
I'm sure there are kids there, but more adults for sure, right?
Yeah, well, it's usually like the ones that are the kids at these like Comic Cons have the parents who are also dressed up.
Yeah.
So the kids are into this culture because of their parents, probably.
Yeah.
Honestly. So, yeah, it's all over. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited though.
Can't believe it's already here, man.
I know.
I got to get my plane ticket.
You do.
What if I show up? You know what? I might just surprise you. You never know.
No, you're not.
I might just surprise you.
Okay.
I'm going to surprise you, man. It's going to be awesome.
I mean, you couldn't get in, but it's completely sold out.
I'll wave at you from outside. Be like, Steve-O!
If you saw and knew, you would. I would love to see you at not because Albuquerque's got a Comic-Con, Santa Fe's got a Comic. This is New York Comic-Con. We're talking about last year. I can't remember. It was we're talking hundreds of thousands of people. Not there was 12,000 people. That's still a lot of people, but we're talking why am I doing this? I do this because there's a press lounge upstairs where it's I'm going to sit on a couch and interview Joel McHale.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Being down in the crowd anymore, last year, I did not love it. I didn't love it.
Yeah.
So
like being at an Edge Fest or something?
Yes.
Like a concert?
Because everybody's still really smelly, but instead of it just being sweaty, smelly rock dudes, it's people who are trying to weave through, but they're wearing this 6-foot angel wing thing, and they're like,
Right.
"Excuse me."
Is there a lot of trench coats, trench jackets?
There's not a lot of trench coats. It's a lot of spandex and then crazy.
Yeah.
It's insanity.
A lot of long hair, ponytails?
No.
Really?
Yeah, see,
Huh.
I think, yeah.
Wow.
There's a stigma or not a stigma.
Like ponytails and trench coats, man. That's
Yeah, none of that. None of that. None of that. I think that was that last generation culture, and now you go in there and it's not joking. Last year, I ran into Joel McHale, who was there because Comic-Con.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's so many celebrities. Mark Ruffalo is going to be there this year.
Nice.
I'm excited
The
for that.
Hulk.
But he was there a couple years ago, dressed up in a Hulk mask because he was just enjoying Comic-Con. A lot of celebrities go with masks.
Yeah.
Jared Leto was there last year.
You should walk around and just lift people's masks
I know,
up.
right?
Oh, never mind.
So
Sorry.
you never know
Just saying if you're
who's going to
famous.
be there, but the culture of that has shifted. It's become a lot more acceptable and mainstream.
I picked up the other day during an Uber ride was, you ever been to the card shop down at Nob Hill? I think it's close to the comic book store. It's like an actual card shop.
Like greeting card?
No, like nerd cards where they kids show up and they play Dungeons and Dragons.
See, I was never into that, so I don't know.
Have you ever seen that shop down there?
No.
Yeah, there's a shop down there. I didn't know it existed either. But this guy gets in the car. I'm like, where are we taking you? That's kind of like what I say.
Yeah.
It's like, where am I taking you? And the guy, usually they go, doesn't the GPS tell you? Just trying to start conversation. The guy's like, I own a card shop downtown. I'm like, cool, man. Tell me all about it. And yeah, he just started talking to me about, I was thinking that wouldn't be a very popular thing. He said on the weekends, 100 kids will show up just to play cards.
Yeah.
It's insane.
A friend of our son's had a birthday party at a gaming center where it's
wow.
There's all these computers, there's all these Xboxes, PS4 set up, and you go and you rent to space. And
So
you're literally
those are for
in a
kids that
cubicle.
don't have the computers at home, obviously, and they wow.
Sure. And it was packed, and I'm just
wouldn't think there would be.
dang, this is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or they're sneaking out of the house because mom and dad won't allow them to play, or they're grounded. And they're like, I gotta get my.
It wasn't cheap, so I'm like, if they're sneaking out, they're also stealing credit cards because, Yep.
All right, put the Fortnite down, put the video games down, put the phones down, pay attention to your spouses, guys.
All right.
Welcome to the show. Friday. Sam Swan coming up at 8. When we come back, science figured out why we get goosebumps. What does it mean when you get goosebumps? I'm going to tell you all about it when we come back. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Hang on.
Slater Transfer and Storage is a Star 88 power partner. Slater Transfer and Storage has been family-owned for more than 30 years. They're an Atlas Interstate agent and are certified by the American Moving and Storage Association, moving locally, long-distance, corporate, or even international, and providing local storage. Slater Transfer and Storage is located at 6900 Washington Street in Albuquerque, on the phone at 505-345-8841, and on the web at atlasalb.com. For over 40 years, La Salita Restaurant has been serving New Mexican food to Albuquerque. From starters like soups, salads, and Cindy nachos to entrees like chili rellenos, burrito de Eduardo, the BOG burrito, and carne adobada. La Salita is friendly to those who are vegan or gluten-free and offers catering, as well as a rewards program at 1950 Wantabo or online at lasalita.com. Star 88 thanks La Salita for their support.
Over 40 million Americans suffer from an anxiety disorder. Skip Heitzig drills down on this epidemic.
Anxiety is a thief. It steals your thoughts, it steals your peace, it steals your confidence, it steals your joy.
And now, Skip puts his finger on the core cause of an anxious heart. Listen up.
If you don't live with an anchor of faith, you're going to drift in a sea of anxiety.
Hotspot. Want more from Skip? Visit connectwithskip.com. You will get your wish.
The thought here is to redirect your energy and replace your anxiety. With what? With prayer. In everything by prayer, supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God.
Also, subscribe to the Skip Heitzig podcast and keep current with his most recent teachings.
When you're tempted to worry, worship. When you're burdened, bow. Because when you do that, you are focusing now on God's greatness. Your thought gets off of the concern to carry you, and it gets on to God and His greatness.
Hotspot.
This is Star 88 at 88.3 FM, KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and online at star88.fm. Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
When everyone you thought you knew deserts your fight, I'll go with you. You're facing down a dark hall. I'll grab my light and go with you. I'll 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 go with you. Surrounded and up against the wall, I'll shred them all and go with you. When choices end, you must defend. I'll grab my back and go with you. I'll go with you. I'll go with you. I'll go with you. Yeah. Stay with me. You don't need to run. Stay with me, my love. You don't need to run. Stay with me. You don't need to run. Stay with me, my love. You don't need to run. If there comes a day, people posted up at the end of your driveway, they're calling for your head and they're calling for your name. I'll bomb down on them, I'm coming through. Do they know I was grown with you? If they hear the smoke, no, I'll go with you. Just keep it outside, yeah. Stay with me. You don't need to run. Stay with me, my love. You don't need to run. Stay with me. You don't need to run. Stay with me, my love. You don't need to run. If you find yourself in a lion's den, I'll jump right in and pull my pin and go with you. I'll 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 go with you. My blood, I'll go with you. Yeah. Stay with me. You don't need to run. Stay with me, my love. You don't need to run. Stay with me. You don't need to run. Stay with me, my love. You don't need to run.
Good morning.
The Morning Invasion
Part of a complete breakfast. You're stupid.
with Dex and Steve-O.
It's not nice to call someone stupid.
It's not nice, guys. You know what's not stupid? That brand new 21 Pilots.
Yeah, right?
There is some incredible music out right now, guys. The new Thrice record released today.
There's like two.
The whole record released today.
Two new.
They're playing in New York the weekend that I'm there.
Thrice, you going?
Brandon is. I don't know if I'm going to make it yet. I'm like, dang it, because I've got this panel and this and Comic-Con and blah. Depends.
They're so busy, man.
I know.
So busy.
But also I'm seeing them here. You know?
Oh, yeah, they're coming down.
So if I weren't seeing them here already, I still might go. It's Thrice.
Right? And it's
Thrice.
New York?
It's
Come on.
Thrice in New York.
Did
So-
you, if you could check this out, I didn't get a chance to click on the link, but apparently a couple people at a 21 Pilot show last night passed out.
Really?
Yeah, like They were dropping like flies.
I need to be careful, bro. We're taking the fam to that show in November.
Really?
Yeah, Phoenix.
Huh. I guess it's supposed to be a pretty good show to go watch.
I can't wait. So, yeah, it's a good year for concerts, too. Some Lauryn Hill action. Got Thrice and 21 Pilots in November.
Well, like, yeah, Collective Soul over the weekend.
Collective Soul is tomorrow.
Come on, man. It doesn't get any better than that.
Heaven, let your light shine down.
Get out of here.
You're out of your mind, dude. I love that band.
Wrong.
I'm going.
So lame.
It's happening. I'm going.
Collective Soul.
Yes, dude.
He's
been making fun of me all morning. I'm going.
Have I, man? Are you being sensitive?
Maybe.
A little sensitive?
A little bit. You and Chrissy making fun of my musical choices.
Who's the opener? Is it Candlebox?
Oh, the rodeo. You realize if that were the case, I'd be losing my mind. And you.
Candlebox. They're like playing bowling alleys now.
Oh.
It's so sad.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's bad that, you're a band that plays casinos, right? I mean, that's kind of what happens to these bands that still just don't want to retire. They play casinos. What if you're a band that's playing bowling alleys? Like you're the one-hit wonder band that is now playing bowling alleys. Yeah. And have you ever been to a bowling alley while a band was playing? I've never. I mean, I don't go to a lot of bowling alleys, but do they have like concert night at bowling alleys?
Yeah.
Be kind of cool to have a little stage set up at your bowling alley. That's what needs to happen. Yeah, a little stage.
Yeah.
Anyways, good morning. Welcome to the show. 505-338-3700 if you'd like to call in. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at Star 88 FM. When Sam gets here, we kicked off the show talking about some port in New Mexico. People are freaking out. Bunch of theories like, aliens because of a Black Hawk helicopter that landed at some, I don't know, location in this little town in New Mexico, and they closed the facility, and it was chaos, apparently. I want to talk to Sam about aliens. If scientists discover aliens, will it wreck your faith? Is the question I want to throw out coming up after 8. I think I asked you this years ago. Remember when I was dealing with the whole Bigfoot thing?
Mm-hmm.
And I was about, I think at the time when I had called you, I was like 70 to 80% sure that Bigfoot existed. Now I don't believe that he exists. But I asked you, hey, bro, let's say they discovered Bigfoot. Would that mean our faith is, false? Because I got into a debate with somebody over that. And I didn't think it would. I didn't think, okay, if they discovered Bigfoot, why would that destroy my faith? So kind of the same thing with aliens. If let's just say scientists discovered aliens on another planet, like real, like lives, humans, or I
they wouldn't be humans,
but you know what I'm talking about.
Martians.
Would that
Plutonians
destroy your faith?
No,
it wouldn't.
Not even a little bit.
See, I don't know, man. I think it might. I don't know. It might.
You don't have to take the opposite
no,
side.
I'm not. I'm serious. I'm really not. I'm really not, because
I'm like, this is a big one. You don't have to take the.
Yeah, and I'm going to save
it.
I'm going to save it because I have a lot to say.
There was
about
a movie that did this.
Oh, really?
And I was a huge fan of the
Signs?
actors leading up to it, and then this movie took place, and it kind of changed a lot of
was
opinions
it Signs?
for me. Nope.
Oh.
I don't even want to mention the name of the movie because it was so outlandish and just bashed Christianity.
Was it Men in Black?
Yes, it was Men in Black. No!
Was it Chronicles of Riddick?
That's why I can't wear black T-shirts anymore.
Right?
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, when the swan gets here. When the swan gets here.
Mm.
All right, let's talk about Goosebumps. What does it
books?
mean?
I mean, we can. I've never read any of them, but...
New study out of Harvard. If you get goosebumps, what does that mean? What type of person are you if you get goosebumps?
Sensitive.
You're sensitive?
You're a sensitive individual. You have a soul.
I get
Kim said
goosies all the time.
That means a ghost just
walked over your grave?
through you. I'm like, what?
Yeah, when you get the chills, you're like, oh man.
I've seen that movie. But why do we really get the chills?
According to a new study.
Is it the chills or the goosebumps?
Isn't that kind of the same thing?
Yeah.
The chills are the goose. Like you get chills,
No,
you get goosebumps.
chills. Chills are like terrifying experience,
Like,
right? And you get like goosebumps, like warm,
yeah, I
fuzzy,
guess they are
like,
different, right?
And like the whole like butterflies.
Yeah, so goosebumps are different than chills. But yeah, I get goosebumps all the time. I call them goosies.
Goosies.
I think that's just cuter. Anyways, according to a new study out of Harvard, if music has ever given you goosebumps and made the hairs on your arm stand up, that's actually a sign you have a dark heart. You're evil. Just kidding. No, it actually says you're thriving.
Ooh.
The researchers found that about 55% of people had that strong of an emotion connection to music, and they were more likely to be healthier, happier, friendlier, and even wealthier. They also found that women were more likely to get goosebumps from music than men.
Huh.
And for most people, it happens quickly, like during the first minute of the song. You know what?
Usually if a good song hits,
it's me. When that chorus kicks in, it's like, oh.
But if it's the song you like Everlong, when that dun, or like Where the Streets Have No Name, U2, when that hits, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
There's certain songs like that just intro build, like the new Maroon 5. I'm just kidding.
Gosh. And music isn't the only thing that gives some people goosebumps. What gives you goosebumps? We're going to throw it out there. What gives you goosebumps, guys, besides music? What do you think? I'll go over some of these in a few, but I want to hear what people.
I think movies can. Like you can get
movies.
Oh yeah, in something inspiring. Scripture has
right.
Like when all of a sudden you're at a place and it can be a time like there's definitely been times where I'm just like, ugh, I'm not feeling this, but I got to be faithful, so I'm gonna read Scripture. And I don't. Come on, we've all been there. At least I'm being honest about it. And all of a sudden it's like you're not expecting it, and God just like wham, like hammers you in a good way. You're like, oh wow, I really needed to hear that.
Yeah.
And so I definitely I've gotten that from those experiences. So I guess for me it's usually something inspirational, something that really moves me, shakes me.
This is music, but I was just thinking if national anthem, if there's somebody that just nails the national anthem, I get the goosebumps every time.
Dude, see, this is why you needed opening night football, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Boys to men.
Boys
to men.
You guys get the goosies when I sing? Does it ever happen? I just want to throw it out there. Does it? Anybody out there ever gotten the goosebumps when I sing? Just want to know.
Me cough. You're making me cough.
505-338-3700. You can also text in. What's the number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. Kevin says they're called goose pimples.
Goose pimples? Huh. That's
goose
weird.
pimples?
Never heard
I've
that
never
one.
heard that.
Goose pimples.
Goose pimples.
I got the goose pimples right now, guys. Goose pimples. They're coming in hot right now.
Somebody says when I'm hearing a sermon or God's word, boom, goosebumps.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, dude. Somebody said for Frodo, goosebumps every time.
Every time.
Return of the King, dog.
Yep.
Oh. Somebody said my wife, goosebumps every time.
Really?
Every time.
Every
time you see your wife, you get goosebumps.
Are you guys still in the honeymoon stage?
Like we've been married 3 days.
Yeah. You come on.
Somebody said 90s Mariah Carey, only artist to give me goosebumps. What does that say about me?
What about this right here, guys? Let me know if this gives you the goosies.
Cry me a river, yeah.
Nothing.
Let me see your arms, bro. Let me see your arms.
Nothing.
I don't know, man. I think I see one.
Sarah says, Dex, you calling goosebumps goosies gives me goosebumps.
Ah!
I don't. Yeah, nobody calls them goosies.
I do.
Either. Goosies.
Goosies. Get the goosies. Make fun of me all you want. I don't care.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Jeremy, and I call them truth bumps or your Holy Spirit chill. When
There
someone
you go.
tells you a story that you know is true, you feel it.
Boom. Truth bumps.
Truth bumps.
I like
Truth
that.
bump.
Truth
Okay.
bumps.
Or the Holy
Truth
or
bomb
the Holy Spirit
coming in.
chill. You that's how you know somebody's telling you the truth. It's your
There you
discerning
go.
spirit.
Boom. I like that.
Did you say it's Britney Spears?
Holy Spirit goosebumps. There
Holy
you go.
Spirit goosebumps.
Yeah.
All right,
Word.
man.
Thank you, sir.
It's like the Spidey thing, like your discernment alarm, you know? It's like a Spidey sense when it starts tingling.
Yeah.
That's when you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Besides music, what gives you goosebumps? Thank you so much.
Paul says MJ highlights with like Mike playing in the background. Goosies every time.
Goosies?
Okay, no.
Mm-hmm.
Our boy Dustin chimed in. He's all about alien discussions, by the way, so maybe that's going to give the goosebumps
Yeah?
a little later.
Does that make
Talking
the hair
about aliens.
on your arm stand up?
No, so I think there's a difference, though. There's a difference between goosebumps and chills. Because you watch, like, a suspenseful movie. Dude, Quiet Place. We talked about that movie recently.
Yeah, I need to watch that again. I had the worst experience
See,
watching
I'm
that movie.
so bummed. Like, I think it could be the best movie of the year so far.
Yeah.
Like, I really do. It's brilliant writing. It's suspenseful. It's not over the top like horror movie where you're like, ugh, here we go with the gore and stuff. There's no language.
Well, because there's no
It's
talking.
a family. It is a dad doing what he has to do to like keep his family going in this
Yeah.
like crazy world. And there are a few times where I got the chills, and then there's a time where you get the goosebumps.
Yeah.
But they're totally different sensations.
Yeah. Yeah, but the hair standing up on your arm, is that the chills or is that goosebumps?
We need to talk to Spider-Man, you know, because when Thanos shows up in Infinity War and he's on the bus, all of a sudden, whoo, his hair raises, right? Mm-hmm.
Because here it says, this study out of Harvard, if music has ever given you goosebumps and made the hairs on your arm stand up, they say that's a sign that you are thriving, which, you know, you're healthier, you're
I love
happier,
that.
you're friendlier, even wealthier, they say.
My dear friend Pat chimed in. He's one of the coaches for Luke's team. Dude, he's such a good dude. He said he gets the chills when it clicks in the boys' heads what we've been drilling into their little brains.
Nice.
Like this last week, Pat, I love this. Dude, Pat, listening, I love you, man. He's been working with Luke. He worked with him one-on-one this week and was like, Luke, keep your hands. When you got your hands above the ball, level swing, keep them above the ball. I promise you, this is your spot. You're going to hit that ball over second base. You got to, when you do this, if you just listen, when you do this, sure enough, we're losing 4-1 at the time. And I'm going, oh man. And Luke's up to bat and there's 2 on. And I'm like, come on, Luke Jeter, let's do something, man. And sure enough, he stepped into that box, that pitch comes, and he did exactly what Coach Pat told him to do, and he kept his hands above the ball, and guess what? Boom! Right over second base.
Yeah! Oh, I
2
got the goosebumps
RBIs,
right now.
you know what I mean? 2 runs came in. It was like a 2 RBI base hit, and I'm going, yeah!
Yeah!
And I immediately went over to Pat and was like, hey, I'm giving you credit for that because he listened to what you were doing. And sure enough, it's like, and so I get that. When
That's cool.
when you're training, when you're teaching, when you're instructing, and it clicks with someone, I think, that, man, it's the coolest thing in the world. It's the coolest thing in the world. So
So adorable.
Oh, thank you, lady. Thank you. Paul says Cowboys running out of the tunnel to Thunderstruck right before kickoff. You know why? Because they haven't ruined your day yet. You get the goosebumps. The Cowboys are running out, and you're like, today is going to be different. Dak's not going to throw 3 interceptions. Ezekiel Elliott, man, that guy's going to run. Our line is not going to collapse. And then you actually watch the game. And then you're just depressed for 7 hours because your team is terrible, Paul. Your team is so bad, Paul.
Reminds me of playing high school basketball growing up. We were the worst team in the conference, but our warm-ups were incredible because we are always known as the team that played the best music when we warmed up. And so you just get the crowd going with the music. The cheerleaders and the drill team would be firing people up, and then we'd lose like 80-20. It was terrible. But we got that crowd going, man.
Yeah.
We got that crowd going.
So what does it mean when you get chills that move throughout your whole body instead of just like the goosebumps in the arms? Is there a difference? Sarah wants to know. She needs to know.
It doesn't say anything about the chills.
Okay.
Let's see. In this study, 25% of people got the goosebumps when someone said, I love you for the first time.
Oh, wait, only 25% of people?
25%.
75% of people are dead. They are dead in their souls. 25% of people,
But it's all about
it?
the delivery, man. It's
That's
all about
true.
It's all about the setting. I mean, where were you when you said it? You know, the inflection in your voice.
It shouldn't matter, though. If somebody that you're into is telling you I love you for the first time, it should impact you.
Yeah, but what if you're at a really loud like club and it's all and
or
you're
what
like,
if it's
"I
like
love you."
accidental
What?
and offhanded?
What?
You guys, oh man, I love you, and it's like, oh, that's the first time. That's the first time I didn't mean to. Oh, I just said that.
Why are you acting
See,
like that?
I just got goosebumps.
Why are you acting
It's
like that?
the first time I said I love you to you.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. You're so weird.
You
So
say
many
it to me
people.
every day.
Oh, okay. Somebody says, when you sing, Dex, my ears start to bleed.
Goosebumps everywhere.
Somebody says, first of all, goose pimples sounds nasty.
It kind of
Second, why are they goose related? Like, how did Goosebumps get their names?
Yeah, and you can't pop
That's a good
them,
question.
so they're not pimples.
They're not pimples. Goosebumps, though, like, what is it about geese that cause bumps?
You know, oh, wait. Have you ever skinned a chicken or a goose? Let me show you.
No, I'm
See,
good.
growing up in Montana.
Oh, gosh.
What does a hairless goose?
You mean featherless?
Yeah.
You still Googled hairless.
All right, here we go.
You still Googled hairless, man.
It's gonna pull up the same thing.
It's not. It pulled up a cat.
You're right.
Somebody said when I hear that Undertaker gong hit, goosebumps.
Okay. All right. Let me pull up one because you'll see the goosies. All right. See right here, or even a turkey. If you ever looked at a turkey, you'll see the goosies on.
Gosh, I hate that you call
Look.
them goosies.
See 'em?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Why'd you go? Yeah.
Because I got it. I understood. It made sense to my
It just
brain.
sounded weird.
I get the goosebumps when I'm watching Lobo hockey team crush the competition.
Okay, Joe, back it up.
Teo? I don't know. That's all.
Teo, when
Teo
Teo
gives me
walks
ice
in a
creams.
room, I get the
Gives
goosebumps
me ice
every
creams?
time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Somebody says the Latin and correct name for goosebumps is actually goose pimples. Guys, get it right.
Is it really? Goose pimples.
Somebody says a morning swim in the ocean always gives me the goosies, brah. Okay.
When one of I shouldn't say one. When your child was born, when your kids were born, did you get the goosebumps?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
23% of people had them when their child was born.
23% of people.
Again, you're looking, you're
Gosh.
seeing, yeah. You were in the room when Christy was giving birth. It can be kind of beautiful and nasty all at the same time.
Okay. Wow. You really just, man, you just paint a picture with your words. There are none like you.
It's beautiful and
you
nasty all at the
are
same
a
time.
master at your craft.
Okay, then you tell me what is it then? What is it? Go ahead. You're the master with words. Go ahead, tell me.
No, man, you nailed it. So I'm just gonna leave it at beautiful and nasty.
All right. So when Christy walked down the aisle, get them goosebumps.
Dude. Well, yeah, the music hit. Like our wedding was pretty choreographed. So yes, it was. Yeah. How many people?
Oh, 16% of people.
16%
16%
of people. That's it.
But here I'm thinking about this. Did you guys do a what is it? Did you guys practice it before, like a rehearsal before the actual wedding? I feel like that destroys it. Doesn't it destroy it?
No, dude.
Yes, it does.
No, it does.
Sure, it does.
No, it's like the dry run, the practice,
No,
the whatever.
man. Really?
But then all
You
of a
walk
sudden-
down the aisle?
Do you know how much of my wedding I actually remember? Like a tenth of it, because I was like, you're nervous and you're standing there like, this is it and this is crazy. And then the music hit and she walks in with the dress and it's the first time I'm seeing her in this. And are you kidding me? Doesn't matter how many times you practice it. It's like going down for real. I hope I just earwormed everyone.
Felicia said, "Wow, you have made me realize I am dead inside."
Wow. Dang, dude.
Yeah, what have you ever gotten the goosebumps there, Felicia?
Ever?
Yeah, let us know.
For
if
any
you've never
reason?
gotten goosebumps, then
You ever
you're
been
not
inspired?
thriving. You're not thriving. You're not wealthy. You're not happy. You're not friendly, and you're not healthy.
Somebody said when my wife whispers in my ear, "Let's go to Home Depot."
Oh man.
Goosebumps.
Yeah. Let's go to Hobby Lobby. Oh.
Somebody says I get the goosebumps when I drink something really cold. See, that's like the chills. To me, that's not like.
Yeah.
Somebody says hearing the countdown for the morning to start off the morning invasion. Goosebumps every time. Oh.
I Aw. You hear
That's
that
great.
intro, man? You're like, oh, the hair is just standing up. Ooh, it's got the goosies right there.
Sutton says, I get goosebumps when I watch a great movie trailer. This
Yeah.
morning, we watched a great trailer for this unnamed show.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
But I think that's it. It's put together for that reason. All trailers are like that. The music hits at the right time. They've got the perfect dialogue in there, and they're like trying to show you these moments to draw you in to see their movie. They're selling you on their movie.
Every time The Rock posts a video on Instagram, I get the goosebumps.
Well, you know what? You're like trying to be funny.
I'm being serious.
Okay, good.
Because he's like a motivational
he
speaker.
really is. And he's inspiring. And it's usually like a Make-A-Wish kid or some like really incredible story. And I'm going, gosh, this guy.
Right.
He's amazing. I need to do
love
better.
Him, man. Love him.
Britt says when Jakin tells her, I love you, mama.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good call.
Mm-hmm.
Good call.
Kim says during praise and worship. Somebody said ice cream.
No, that's a ice cream headache. Did Felicia chime back in? Did she get the goosebumps? Or is she dead?
Dead inside.
She might not have a heart.
Yeah,
Put your
maybe not.
hand over your chest and feel your heartbeat.
You've never been inspired?
Right?
Come on.
Right?
I believe in you, Felicia. You can do this. Britt says, I still remember the first time Seth told me he loved me.
Oh my gosh, I just love that so much.
Gosh. Oh, snap.
Dexter.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Dexter.
What?
How you feeling
Dexter.
right now? Let me see your
Dexter.
arm.
Dexter. I got homies in the brookhead, twisting, rhyming, lean was my grind. Food stamps and the dramas, hitting Netflix in my pajamas. Luxury Tahoe, the white boy looks like Dexter. Going out solo.
Okay.
Maybe not your rap. Doesn't give me the goosies every time. Also, I hate that I just said goosies like twice.
See?
Gosh.
It's contagious. The goosies are contagious.
Somebody says getting my back scratched always gets stimulation
Oh, you know what?
bumps.
Good call.
Somebody says when divorced Rachel calls. Goosebumps every time. The Joe and Jeter Show, goosies.
Goosies.
Every time I watch a movie or a video with the underdog success or overcoming great adversity story, goosebumps.
Heck yeah, man. All right, thanks for chiming in.
Donuts in the break room, goosebumps! Dude, it's Friday. We need some donuts.
Yeah, according to the study out of Harvard, if you get the goosebumps, that just means, well, you're a good person.
Okay, that's it, guys.
It means you're alive. You have a heart. You care. You're wealthier. You're friendlier. You're happier. You're healthier.
This morning when Nintendo announced that their Switch is going to actually have retro NES controllers that are wireless.
I got the goosies!
Goosies! Can't wait. Yeah, no.
All right. Thanks for chiming in. Facebook Live, YouTube Live at Star 88 FM. We'd love to hear what gives you the goosebumps.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll be right back. Hang out.
Judah Smith seeks to define the purpose and meaning in life. He says life is to trust God in every moment.
Go ahead and do a little jet ski on the lakes. Get up there and do some snow skiing. Enjoy yourself on the boat. Enjoy yourself with art. Enjoy yourself in culture. But just for a moment, remember who made it all in the first place. Who is the original artist? Who is the original comedian? Who is the original? Right? It's him. It's him. It's him. It's him. It all culminates back to him. I'm just one of those crazy guys that believes that we could be part of the 10%. We could be a part of the difference. We could be a part of the solution. We could be the kind of church that sides with the 10%, that though God has blessed us and we are in fact one of, if not the wealthiest nation in the world, and we are blessed, and we ought not to feel guilty about that, but it only points us further to the provider, protector, and deliverer, and his name is Jesus.
Trust God in every moment. That's Judah Smith with a Star 88 PowerPoint.
I love the food at the fair. I want to go on a roller coaster.
My wife and I had our first date at the fair.
For 80 years, the New Mexico State Fair has warmed hearts, brought families and friends together, and created lifelong memories. This year, come and celebrate everything you love about the fair.
I really like the animals in the petting zoo. I like the pygmy goats. They're funny.
The 2018 New Mexico State Fair, September 6th through 16th.
The memories are always the best.
Love is in the fair.
The way we see the world is often out of focus. We may feel like we're walking blindly, lost and misaligned as we live out our lives, pursuing our earthly desires. But God is bigger than our small picture, and He brings us fresh vision and the ultimate perspective. Listen this week as Pastor James McDonald describes our blindness to the truth and the light of Christ on Walk in the Word.
Make an appointment with James McDonald, weekdays at 12:30 p.m. on our sister station, KNKT 107.1 FM. A solar flare from St. Francis of Assisi. We should never desire to be over others. Instead, we ought to be servants who are submissive to every human being, for God's sake, on Star 88. The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
He's got a great singing voice. The other night, check this guy out. We're at the Isotopes game.
He did the
and
national
now,
anthem?
would you please rise and gentlemen, remove your caps for the singing of the national anthem. Today we have these dudes from that church group that are all singing together in harmony.
The New Mexico singing churchman, yeah.
Really? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No joke. And he totally crushed the national anthem at Isotopes Park.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either, and I was there.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you were a singer.
I'm a singer. And these are either hymn arrangements or contemporary praise chorus arrangements from men's choir.
Get
and
it?
I know
Men's
it's
choir hymn arrangements?
Yeah, it's kind of very good. It is kind of nerdy. It is. You have to like choral music. I actually have a solo, kind of a big solo in one of the songs.
Can you give us a little taste?
That we did.
Oh, my God. Come on, give us a little.
No, I'm not going to give you a little taste.
Don't be shy.
I don't have it memorized. I don't have my sheet music in front of me.
Oh, wait, hold on. Somebody just sent us, I think I have recording of Sam and the choir. Hold on.
I didn't know you was going to start out with it.
Is this you, Sam?
Looking for a city built above. Looking for a city where I'll never die.
I don't know about this one, Sam.
The saint in millions never say goodbye.
Brenda sent me this.
We'll meet our Savior.
I don't know about this one, Sam. I don't know if this is what you need to be doing.
That was last year's concert.
Oh, last year.
This is a totally different song. We won't be singing this one on Tuesday night.
Looking for a city where I'll never die.
Easy.
It's a little improv there. That wasn't written in the music. I just felt that.
I have goosebumps already.
Sam, you're belting it. AGT, here we come.
Holy Spirit, our home sweet news.
All right, I'm out.
Okay,
Sam, you're the worst singer I've ever heard in my entire life.
Hold on.
You're terrible.
Time out. How did you do that?
How did you
Dex?
find that, dude? That is hilarious. I'm dying over here.
That was like improv. We weren't even going there, and then I mentioned.
No, somebody sent me that. They're like, I
Yeah.
actually have audio of Sam. I'm a big fan of their choir, and I record everything.
Oh my gosh, dude.
My sides are killing me right now.
It sounds. You know what? If it's not you, it sounds just like you.
It does not. I don't know why you say that.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm got my savior.
Looking for a city where we'll never die.
Okay.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
This is a very dangerous storm. Inland flooding kills a lot of people, unfortunately, and that's what we're about to see.
Here in Wilmington, North Carolina, the worst of Florence is yet to come.
I've been through all of them. This is the worst one yet.
President Trump sent out a series of tweets disputing the death toll in Puerto Rico in the wake of Hurricane Maria.
Elizabeth Smart pleaded with authorities in Utah to reconsider releasing one of her kidnappers.
New
new information one top Democratic senator claims to have about Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh.
Feinstein revealing little, saying she has, quote, received information from an individual concerning Kavanaugh.
President Trump's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, has tentatively agreed to a plea deal in order to avoid a second trial.
Outside Boston, a series of natural gas explosions set off fires in more than 20 homes.
General Motors is recalling more than 1 million trucks and SUVs.
Recall covers certain 2015 Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra 1500 pickups.
Oh, man. Little saxophone breakdown gives me the goosebumps every time, man.
Goosebumps.
Airtime. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Good morning.
That's right.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hey, it's good to be here.
I have goosebumps already.
You guys can chime in, be a part of the show. 505-338-3700. Listen to this.
That's something.
Gosh, man. I just can't. I just can't go on.
Well, you have to, because we still have 2.5 hours of show.
I just want to listen to saxophone all day.
So random.
I know. Coming up at 8, the Swan will be joining us. The Sam Swan. He didn't get goosebumps during his little choir performance.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Nothing's going to give you. You're dead inside. You're
dead inside.
No goose. There's no help for you.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about aliens coming up after 8 o'clock with the Swan. We, of course, want you to chime in, be a part of the show. Anybody chiming in on the live line? Just waiting for you to get off your phone.
585 live. Oh, I literally.
You're taking away my goosies. Is
sorry.
what you're doing.
Oh, sorry, man. Just it didn't work. Didn't work.
Yeah. He's playing his video game right now, guys.
Somebody said I got goosebumps from that Judah Smith snippet.
Oh yeah.
Somebody else actually did say during the break, the Swan gives me goosies every time.
The Swan.
The Swan. Every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those PowerPoints or solar flares. What else do you call them? Is there another name for them? PowerPoints? Is that what it is? Say, give me the goosies every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know?
Some good stuff.
Francis Chan will come on, and I'm thinking, man, Scooby-Doo, another we'd Scooby-Doo. Sorry, that was dumb. Gosh darn it. Joke was old. Stupid.
I'm like, what? Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, we always make fun of him because he sounds like Shaggy.
Oh, okay. I just got it.
Come on, guys. I mean,
like, wow,
like
guys.
when the Holy Spirit comes upon you. Let's get out of here now. Like,
wow.
Like, wow, guys. I'll be sitting there, and I just don't know if I should move my family across the country or stay here at the church.
Yeah.
Goosies every time. Anybody else chiming in?
Well, I mean, everybody's chiming out on Facebook, but
yeah,
you know, just talking amongst themselves at this point.
All right, good. All right, you get to choose. You want to talk about the National Toy Hall of Fame, which of course you do. You still collect toys, or 4 scams to watch out for, 4 scams to watch out for after natural disasters.
Gosh. Isn't that tragic that we have to talk about that?
Right? The scams?
I think it's pretty important that we do talk about that, though, because of everything going on right now. But it's unreal to me. Speaking of people who have no souls, these people, they don't get the goosebumps ever.
You think?
Yeah, no. Maybe they do.
Yeah, you would have to be
con someone. And they're like,
dead inside, right? You ever looked in someone's eyes and you just go, that person's dead.
That person is just dead inside.
You ever just looked and I know that's not okay. You shouldn't do that without knowing the person. But every once in a while, and I kind of feel like I'm a pretty good judge of character. You kind of get that feeling and you look in someone's eyes and you just go, oh man, there's something not right there.
Yeah, dead inside.
Something's a little off.
Dead inside.
Yeah. What do you want? Do you want the scams or you want the toys? You pick.
Gosh. Scams.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you're a good person.
Well, it's because of what's going on right now, and we have members of the Stormy chiming in who have family members, right, who are being affected by hurricanes, and
That's true. Still waiting to hear back from you, Uncle Ted.
Emotional people. Which, by the way, this morning we had a member of the Stormy chiming in asking for prayers for their family in Jacksonville, North Carolina. They checked in.
They checked in?
Yep.
Still waiting on you, Uncle Ted. Where you at? All right. Hurricane Florence is pounding the East Coast. Isn't it Category 1 now? But it caused a lot of damage. Power's out. People are definitely in need.
Mm-hmm.
So here are 4 scams to watch out for after a natural disaster, okay? Number 1, fake rental listings. This just doesn't happen during hurricanes.
This happens
or
all
natural.
the time.
I almost got caught into one of these. If you lost your house, you probably are pretty desperate. So make sure you've seen the rental in person before you hand over any money. Don't provide important details like your bank account, credit card info over the internet. And don't wire anyone money. Those are the red flags you look out for. I remember when I was talking to a guy trying to rent a house, he would never talk to me over the phone. It was always through email. And it was always an out-of-state number. And he asked if I was okay with wiring the deposit to hold the house. And like, no, get out. Red flag, get out of here. But I'm sure people fall for that all the time.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So be careful. Fake rental listings. Number 2, fake contractors. Check for a license and proof of insurance. Be wary of anyone who says they have a FEMA endorsement, since FEMA doesn't certify contractors and never pay for work up front. Number 3, fake charities. This is come on, the fake charity scam. There are people out there that will make websites and they will present themselves as legitimate. Hey, we're a legitimate charity organization. You can trust me. Listen, if a charity organization reaches out to you, ask for details, okay? Ask for details. Is there like a thing, us being nonprofit, is there something they could ask for that would show that we're legit? Is there like I don't know. You've worked here for a long time. What would you do if somebody was like, hey, I just want to check to see if you guys are legit before I give to the station or give to,
Well, we've got all of the everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you actually have, as a 501c3, we
license,
can show them a certificate,
license?
everything. Yeah.
It's not something you can just easily print out online though, right? I mean,
that's like a federal document.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm going to need more proof.
Okay.
What else you got before I give you some money? What else are you going to show me?
I
don't know if I want to give money now.
Your money.
Red flag, red flag, red flag. Man, you just missed out on $1 million donation because, you didn't have your ducks in a row.
Sorry, bud. Yeah. I'll get them next time.
All right, so fake rental listings, fake contractors, fake charities, and number 4, clickbait.
Oh, yeah.
Clickbait. Fake news stories, photos are too common in today's social media world. So before you share something on Facebook, take a minute or two to verify the facts are correct. Yeah, people sharing GoFundMe pages or, just these fake stories of people in need when in fact, no, they're not. They're not. Hey, they're scammers.
By the way, at the state website, you can look up a 501c3 certificate.
Oh, there you go.
So
there you go. Thanks, man. I'll go there now and make sure we're legit.
Okay.
Maybe I'll be writing that $1 million. Maybe I'll write that $1 million check. It might be hot for the next few days, but I should be getting the money any day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it's like in scripture, 1,000 years like a day, and a day is like 1,000 years. He means 1,000 years. It's going to take for that to be legit. It says a few days. It's biblical, guys.
Still not allowed in Costco. Yeah. Paul, can you help me? Do you have anybody that works there? My mom can't even help me. She works there. You write one hot check, and then next thing you know, they won't let you in.
Shout out to a member of the Stormy who's chiming in and said, morning, boys, listening from Kellogg, Idaho.
Oh,
Indiana.
beautiful.
I don't know. Where's Kellogg?
Kellogg, Idaho. Hey, where is that?
Indiana.
Oh, wait, you said
Kellogg, Ireland. They're
Wait, what?
listening from Kellogg, Ireland. So
That's Idaho. Its ID is Idaho.
Wanting to wish their wife Andy and son Abram a blessed day. Speaking of things we don't know.
Here it is right here, man. It's so beautiful there. I've never been through
Kellogg, Idaho. Look at that. I was right.
I've never been there,
Look at that.
Where's that by? Let's see here. Let's just open the map real quick. Oh, Coeur d'Alene. I love Coeur d'Alene. That's one of my favorite places in the country. It's Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And I'm not a huge fan of Idaho in general. Just, it's not Wait a second. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, that's Montana. No, it's not. That's because Idaho goes up west of Montana. I always forget that. Yeah, I've never been there, man. Beautiful. Just want to I want to make sure this is legit real quick. Hold on. Make sure.
Oh gosh,
okay, we're good. Okay, good. Just,
Thank
don't
you.
want to put out fake news. You know what I'm saying? So watch out for scams, guys. They're everywhere. Fake news. Be careful. We're talking to you older people out there. You're the ones who fall for the trap. We know.
It's not.
They're
always
the one. No,
old
they're the ones.
people.
Most of the time, it's the elderly people that fall for those traps.
Not necessarily, especially when it's GoFundMe's. There have been some GoFundMe's that have garnered a stupid amount of funds, and it's actually usually the younger people because that's what we want to give to, right? You want to give to a cause. You want to give to a worthy story. So you hear this story and you're like, oh man, like the homeless guy in New Jersey.
Yeah,
he gave his last $20 to this couple so that they can buy gas because they were out. Raised $400,000. A lot of young people chimed in on that one.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
it's like, yeah, man, this is a cool story, bro, and then scam.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
we're all susceptible.
We are.
You know what else was a scam? Everyone who said Nike was failing.
Yeah, right? I've been waiting. Just waiting for that Nike stock to keep dropping. No, it's just been climbing the past few days.
So, in case you're new to this, Nike announced Colin Kaepernick would be the face of its Just Do It 30th anniversary ad campaign, and instantaneously, people came out of the woodwork to trash it, right? All the way up to the top of the White House. Our president had plenty to say about it. What were they thinking? They're getting killed with anger. They're getting killed with boycotts. This company is stupid. So divisive, they don't know what they're doing. Well, actually, their stock closed this last week at $83.47, which is an all-time high for Nike.
Yep.
Their sales have climbed up 20% from just last year, and it looks like it's just going up and up and up. All-time high. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Which, the reason I bring this up is we're talking about scams. It's so easy for us to get caught up in things on Facebook. Good and bad, right? We can get caught up on these GoFundMes that turns out they're scams, or we can get caught up in garbage, gossip, junk, stupid stories, fake news as we call it on social media, or get wrapped up in these quote-unquote controversies that actually helped fuel Nike, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because so many people were talking about it that it drew awareness to them. Then people see the ad campaign. And since the ad campaign, their stock has gone through the roof.
Do you think,
All-time
though,
high.
because I'm still kind of blown away that people are still upset over Colin Pumpernickel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, as much as like the videos are out, even the guy, the soldier has been on all of the media outlets talking about like why he was kneeling. It had nothing to do with going against the military or the soldiers. It had nothing to do with that. You would think that. So do you think the majority of the people now understand the reason for kneeling? And of course, this is only a good thing for Nike. And now, but there's that small percentage that are still don't understand why, and they think he was kneeling because he was going against what the military or going against, you know.
Right.
I wonder. You'd think by now, because by now, I mean, I'm sitting there going, okay, I kneel. Go ahead, kneel. If you really is if that's the reason why you're kneeling, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Like you do.
I'm all right
whatever.
with that. That's cool.
Somebody chimed in and said, you know what we're gonna see this week? A shark swimming down the street.
Oh, right.
Every hurricane.
Yeah.
Scam. Fake news.
In the photos, you're
Every
like, oh
time.
my gosh, there's
oh my
sharks.
gosh, guys, there was a shark in North Carolina on the street, swimming down the road.
Sharknado, man.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I've ever actually fallen for a scam, like gotten.
I got duped.
Did you get duped?
Oh, yeah, I got duped. Remember back in the day, door-to-door people? Dude came up and wanted to sell magazines.
Oh,
you remember
yeah.
those people?
See, I've never
Totally
fallen for
got
that
duped.
one.
Totally was like, oh, man, yeah, I'm going to get this magazine and this one. And like back then, it was like Electronic Gaming Monthly and like Guitar World and Sports Illustrated. And I had like this, I was like, yeah, bro.
Oh, I'm so
That's
excited.
so cheap. How much, you know? And I totally got scammed at the door. It was like, well, you could do cash is the easiest. And I'm going,
Oh, so did you actually do it?
no. So
Oh,
I was
you
like,
didn't?
I'm not paying cash.
I'm out.
I'm
Red
no
flag.
dumb. And they're like, yeah, we also take check. And I was like, I'll do a check.
Oh.
I'm no fool. All right.
Ah.
So writing that check for however much it was. I think it was like, seriously, it was like $50 because it was like, dude, it's only $10 a year per magazine. I'm getting 5 magazines. Yeah. Who do I make that out to? Just make it out to cash. And I'm like,
Cash, huh?
cash. That doesn't sound legit. And it was like, it's the name of the company, actually. It's short for Corporal America Stash House or whatever they said. And I was like, yeah, okay, that seems legit. Just gonna make that out to C.A.S.H.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Can't wait to see these magazines. Thank you so much for not scamming me and giving me such a good deal. Until next time, cash guy. Like 3 weeks later, I was like, wait a second.
Oh my gosh.
I think that guy ripped me off. I'm not even joking. That's a real story. That really happened.
To this day,
I was
man.
that dumb.
Still waiting for those magazines.
I was new to the
2,000 years
apartment scene.
later.
Yeah.
Rolling
Also,
Stone.
shout out to you, Publishers Clearinghouse. And no, what was it? Columbia House?
Columbia House.
Dude, still waiting on them CDs, too.
Waiting on that Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah.
Waiting on Garden Vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Love that magazine. Yeah, I've come close to getting duped, but yeah, you just got to look for those little red flags. If it sounds like it's too good to be true,
yeah. Dude, I got duped. I was working in national radio and at Apple, like had 2 jobs, but I was making really, really good money. And then I got a call and they're like, hey, you should come back to 88.3. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, I can top that. Yeah, the other day I went to buy a car, and I actually left with a Lamborghini.
Oh,
yeah, it's true. If you look in the parking lot, there's a Lambo. And
good old
that's
Lambo
mine.
out there.
Yeah. I actually have a GoFundMe page set up for my first car payment. If you guys want to help me out, I don't. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Kevin got scammed when he was a cashier. Dude pulled a Slick 100 scam on him. Yeah, bro.
A Slick 100 on him?
100. Caught him in the parking lot, got it back.
A 100?
I don't even know what that is.
What does that mean?
Probably a fake $100 bill.
Do you ever get, I get insulted when I hand the cashier cash and they look up into the light to see if it's real. Do you ever get kind of?
No, well, I mean, they have to.
Do
like
they?
there's a marker.
You can
and
tell.
You have to, yeah, can you? There have been a couple times actually, like back in the day when I was working retail, and you'd pull out the marker and go.
Oh, is
and
that
like,
why they do that? The marker?
Yeah.
I've always wondered why they did that. I've never asked.
Yes, that's why. So literally every time you give somebody a $100 bill, which what up, Mr. Moneybags? Every time they do that, they're checking that because if it comes out black, it's a counterfeit.
Wow.
If it comes out yellow, it's legit.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I always wondered that.
Yeah. Dude, so many people chiming in like, I totally fell for the magazine scam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Sam was smart, though. She fell for it, but then shortly after called the bank to cancel the check.
There you go. That's what you do.
Wish I'd been smart.
Scammed, everybody. Have you ever been scammed before? Be careful. And be praying for those that were affected by Hurricane Florence. 505-338-3700 if you want to call in. We're going to talk aliens when we come back. Sam's going to be joining us. Here's the question. If scientists discover aliens, okay? Just have fun with it, okay? If we found aliens on another planet, would it wreck your faith? We got a little discussion when we come back. We got an article to read. They threw it out there. Would it wreck your faith if they discovered aliens on another planet? We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. Hang out with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, it's Dex. We want you to share your star story. How has Star 88 and the morning invasion impacted your life?
I listen to you guys like every morning. I have a toddler, and so it's one of the few things that keeps me sane, or at least laughing when I am not wanting to laugh. And I love listening to you guys. It's a lot of fun. I like that you guys, kind of play off each other nicely, and you bring, your biblical perspective into the world. I think that's great.
We want to hear your star story. Call us now, 505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. And share your star story.
A Star 88 Supernova with Greg Laurie.
We talk about these walls of Israel. The walls mattered back in those days. They were defensive, of course. They kept enemies out. And especially the gate of the city was where commerce was done. It was also where the elders would meet and they would make important decisions. They were a place of authority, so they meant a lot. And in our life, we have walls sort of built around us, and sometimes those walls start breaking down. We compromise a little here, we compromise a little there, and then the weeds start growing in and the problems start developing. Maybe we need to go about rebuilding our own walls personally. Maybe it needs to start with a prayer where we just see ourselves as we really are. Listen, if you're not a Christian, let me tell you your true state before God. You're a sinner in need of a Savior.
Catch Greg Laurie's teaching show, A New Beginning, on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on 107.1 FM. Music with more than a beat, vertical worship, Christian hits, and fresh indie on Star 88, KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe.
Everybody needs love. They think they need money. Everybody wants time. They think it's a diamond. Oh, you never need likes to feel like somebody. And you never need hearts to live like a king. Oh, child, why you young? You gotta take your time. You gotta take your time. You gotta feel yourself in the moment. Feel yourself in the moment. Oh, child, why you young? You gotta take your time. You gotta take your time. You gotta feel yourself in the rhythm. 'Cause this world it's a broken love. It's a broken love. wild. Ooh, child, you were made to run wild. Ooh, child, you were made to run wild. Ooh, child, you were made to run wild. I see you and me dancing on the street, running through the middle of this broken love. Just you and I, moving through the night, caught up in the middle of this broken love. I see you and me singing through the street, running through the middle of this broken love. Just you and I, flying through the night, caught up in the middle of this broken It's a broken love. It's a broken love. It's a broken love. It's a broken love.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Jesus is a friend of mine. Jesus is my friend. Jesus is a friend of mine. I have a friend in Jesus. Jesus is a friend of mine. Jesus is my friend.
Feel that, guys? You feel
Jesus
that?
is a friend of mine.
Goosebumps.
He taught me how to live. Life as it should be.
Why'd you gotta train wreck my drop?
Sorry.
Goosebumps. Thank you.
I can tell you that.
You got the goosies right now, Sam?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Feeling
I have
something.
goosebumps
I'm
already.
feeling something. It's either goosebumps or
Indigestion?
yeah, yeah, or hunger pain. I haven't had breakfast yet, so it may be hunger
need
pains.
to eat as well.
Good morning, Sam Swan.
Good morning.
What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Fantastic.
Oh, thank you. I was almost not going to be here today,
But
the training got canceled or
Thank God.
not canceled, postponed. So I was here this morning.
love that.
I wasn't going to be here. I was going to be in Silver City.
Love everything about it.
Yeah, man.
Love
so I
everything
get
about
to hang out with my two homies.
Yeah, that's right, everybody. Man, that gave me some goosebumps right there.
Goosebumps.
I hate that. Hate it so much, guys.
All right. You guys can chime in 505-338-3700. You can also hang out with us on Facebook and YouTube Live at Star 88 FM. Paul has started a pyramid scheme on our Facebook page.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
You know, he's saying, hey, you pitch in 100, and if everybody pitches in, then I will be the guy that holds the money. I'll be at the top.
Oh,
and
okay.
Then we'll work our way down, but everybody will get paid sooner or later. That doesn't know.
This sounds so legit.
Yeah.
Too legit. Too legit to quit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just be aware. It's a scam, guys. There's a scam
And then
going
after
on.
he gets all the money, he'll say, "Can't touch this."
Aha. Aha.
Little throwback there for you, Steve-O.
Yeah.
Because it's hammer time.
Perfect timing.
Oh.
Let me ask you guys a question. I want you to do something for me. Before we move on to the big question, I want you guys to forget any preconceived images of aliens that you might have, okay? I want you to forget it, what you've seen on TV shows, movies, YouTube. Once you forget about flying saucers, forget about little green or gray bug-eyed men. The present conversation has nothing to do with any of these things, okay? Let's remember that. Now I'd like you to think about extraterrestrial
Why
life.
do you sound like you're hypnotizing
Because
us?
that's what I'm doing.
Let your mind wander.
Yeah. I'm like, listen, bro.
You're getting very sleepy. Except those of you driving. Don't get
Yeah,
sleepy.
don't get sleepy. Don't do that.
All right, I want you guys to think about extraterrestrial life in the context of these questions. Okay?
Okay.
Is it possible that bacteria life could exist somewhere other than Earth?
Did you just say bacteria life?
I said bacteria life. Is it possible that
that a new
plant
band?
bacteria life?
Bacteria life.
Live from the Omni.
Is it possible that plant life could exist somewhere other than Earth? And is it possible that animal life could exist somewhere other than Earth? Okay? Sam, you're a pastor. Go.
Okay. That's not the pastoral part, man. That's science.
Yeah, that's the science part.
Is it possible?
Is it possible?
Yeah.
I suppose. With God, all things are possible.
Oh.
But with man, things are impossible. I don't know.
Do you
I have so many members of the Star Army already chiming in, just waiting for this topic this morning. If you would like me to read something.
It's a great topic.
Because the big question is what? If we discovered
That
there
there's
was
other
life
right.
in the universe,
Would it destroy our faith?
Right, but that's what we're trying to
destroy
do. We're trying to, okay, what's life mean? All right, are we talking plant life? We talking animals? Are we talking
extraterrestrials?
bacteria?
See,
You know?
bacteria, sure. Plant life, why not?
Yeah.
Extraterrestrials, even maybe.
Yeah.
Would it wreck your faith? And
Would it
people
wreck
are
your
people
faith?
are chiming in. No, it would not wreck my faith. It says God created the heavens and the earth. Earth isn't capitalized, meaning He created all Earth in the galaxy. Earth meaning ground, not our egotistical opinion of Earth meaning my home planet. So, is it possible that there's another home out there for some kind of extraterrestrial life? Maybe.
Yeah.
Somebody else said, I'm an alien. I'm not of this world.
Well played.
Jesus juke.
Technically, wouldn't that be like a Moses juke or an Abraham juke?
Yeah.
Wasn't it Abraham? It was like in the book of Hebrews. It was like he knew that, and writer of Hebrews. So really, it'd be like more like a Paul juke,
Okay.
possibly,
All right.
or whoever wrote
Well,
Hebrews.
I think technically it all comes back to Jesus.
I
But
know, I
still,
mean, yeah,
still,
yeah.
Right.
Your point is well taken.
Somebody said, my husband and I just watched a documentary done by Creation Ministries called UFOs and the Evolution Connection. It was compelling. I used to be terrified of aliens and couldn't reconcile them with my faith in God. The documentary goes into the impossibility of light speed travel because of various factors and the enormity of the universe. It would take aliens thousands of years to travel here at light speed. However, so many people have had experiences with UFOs and aliens that it can't just be ignored by the church. The theory they proposed was that aliens and UFOs were demons manifesting themselves as that from a different dimension to confuse people and trick them into believing God isn't real. One interesting thing was the interviews by some abductees. They said that when they cried out to Jesus, the experience stopped. That's interesting.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Somebody says, in this gigantic universe we live in, I don't think God would put us close enough to run into aliens or other species. But I do believe in a big God that doesn't fit into any human box as far as what he's capable of. If he wanted to create another species, he could. Looper says, aliens, not a faith problem for me. We have an infinite God who created infinite space in whose image we are created. You ever get bored? I do. I imagine an infinite God could get bored too. Hey, look at that planet there. Looks like it might be a good place to create a world of intelligent monkeyfish. You never know.
Monkeyfish would be cool.
Monkeyfish would be cool. Somebody says it'd be an awful lot of wasted space. But then the question becomes, are other life held accountable to sin as we are?
Yeah.
Somebody else said, but then would Jesus have to go to other planets to die on the cross there as well?
See, that's because John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And so that's the verse that I always go back to. It's like, well, did he just die for this world or did he die for the entire universe?
Okay, but then are we going to really get theological about aliens and
yeah, that's what we're doing, bro.
Okay, listen.
Phoenix, if you can hear my voice, come running now.
Yeah, like How intelligent are we talking about? What type of life are we talking about? Are we talking about like these animal type creatures? Are we talking about aliens with some form of intelligence? And if we're talking about artificial intelligence, do they in turn have souls? Because we talk about animals all day long.
They have some intelligence.
And they have some intelligence.
But they don't have a soul.
They don't have a soul. My
Right.
dog, like, he'll sit on command. He'll come. He'll bark. He'll shut up. He's great. He's my companion. He's the only person I like to take a nap with. And I love him dearly. But did Jesus die for his sins? He's a dog. He's an animal. Now, am I being speciesist? Am I being an alienist? Am I just saying that all other life in the universe doesn't have a soul?
You bring up a good point. Let's just say, like, we've never seen a dog before. Let's just say didn't exist. And all of a sudden, they discovered this creature that is a dog on this planet. We would freak out and be like, oh, my gosh. Oh, what the heck? You're right. So is it like an animal we know doesn't have a soul?
Right.
So if it was a blue creature that was walking on two legs, we don't know. Is it an animal or is it? Yeah, I can't call it a human. I mean, it's. But what if they started speaking to you, and what if one had a suction cup hand and wanted to shake your hand, Sam? And it was like, and it was all slimy. But you're like, oh, this thing definitely doesn't have a soul.
Creature from the Black Lagoon?
Yeah, man. What if it was like that?
If he scoops me up in his arms and takes me back into the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
I need a breathing apparatus.
In this article I was reading, this person brought up C.S. Lewis because this person was reading a bunch of short essays by C.S. Lewis. And they started reading the 10-page essay titled Religion and Rocketry. In that essay, our beloved Chronicles of Narnia author gave serious thought to the predicament we Christians would find ourselves in if we ever came into contact with extraterrestrials. Here's one of the most respected Christian voices in the Western world asking the question, what should Christians do if we meet aliens? Lewis knew that the discovery of extraterrestrials would present special challenges to Christians.
Sure.
He imagined that our main issue would be dealing with the doctrine of the incarnation, God becoming man and coming to earth.
Right.
How would we explain the incarnation if there were other life-filled planets, was the question.
See, to me, it's a fun, interesting question.
Yeah,
Mike.
it's fun to sit and talk and debate.
It would not. But
Wouldn't
that's why
destroy your faith.
there's a movie. I was like, oh, I like this actor. I want to see this movie. And little did I know it was going to be like basically just a trashing of Christianity because it's about this alien. They discover him here. They filmed it actually in New Mexico. They discover this alien and there's this really tropey, over the top Christian character played by Kristen Wiig who like all of a sudden if things start freaking her out, she can't reconcile her face. She starts like covering her ears and singing Amazing Grace. And I'm like, come on, man. To a point where at the end of the film, it's like, oh, there's an alien. And because this alien exists, God must not exist. God's not real because life on another planet is real. And it's like, how do you reconcile that is what I want to know.
That's pretty large.
So who created that alien? Where did any of this come from? If you're hanging your hat on the Big Bang that like something came from absolute nothing, like there was somehow this bacteria that sneezed and formed a second bacteria that in turn they all started getting the measles and procreating or whatever. Like I don't understand like the idea that like literally there was absolutely nothing. And then all of a sudden, that nothing became something based upon nothing.
Yeah.
That takes a whole lot of faith to believe that.
And then it became incredibly complex.
Yes, incredibly complex. Yeah. Look at our bodies, like just our bodies alone.
Just our eyeball.
You look at, it's unbelievable to me. And so to think that there's an intelligent designer, a creator who sewed all this together, who fashioned all this. And so in that regard, yes, I believe that like something came from him speaking.
Yeah.
God declared and created and spoke forth the heavens and the earth and like how powerful is his speech that he said these things and they
spoke them into existence.
Things into existence.
Amazing.
Yeah.
he goes on to say that C.S. Lewis also spoke to our fear of alien invasions. He implies that we should not be so much afraid of extraterrestrials, but they should fear us. We know what our race does to strangers. Man destroys or enslaves every species he can. Civilized, man murders, enslaves, cheats, and corrupts savage man. They are individuals who don't, but they are not the sort who are likely to be our pioneers in space. Yeah. I mean, that's such a great point, right? They should be scared of us, if anything, which there's a lot of movies out there that actually deal with that issue right there. It's like aliens coming to Earth to try to, be peaceful, and we're like, whoa!
Yeah,
we want to kill them, or we want to experiment on them.
Yeah, E.T. comes to mind with that kind of an idea.
Gosh, I'd cried like a baby watching that when I was a kid.
Phone home.
Somebody said I was in a short play several years ago that makes fun of our assumption that all other life that might exist would be like us, carbon-based life forms. It's called Made Out of Meat, and it just makes a bunch of jokes about living beings made out of meat, the same as if we showed up to a planet in which all the life forms were made out of tablecloths. Okay.
And are they the red and white checkered tablecloths? I'm just curious.
Somebody said, but if there were life on other planets, why wouldn't Jesus have died on all of the planets? The Bible was given to people living on Earth thousands of years ago. They wouldn't have been capable of comprehending information of other worlds to write it down. Huh? I don't know. But this is where we get hung up.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where Christians can get hung up.
Yes.
I, as a Christian, a Jesus-following, loving dude, I don't get this one. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect my faith if aliens showed up. First of all, if aliens showed up, it'd be really, really interesting to see how our culture responded.
Yeah.
Because sometimes real things happen within our culture, and because of the political slant or cultural slant or sociological, whatever our take is, our bias, we choose to believe or not believe it. I mean, take Christianity, for example. There is historical proof that a man named Jesus, a couple thousand years ago, walked this earth, lived, died, and resurrected. That's pretty incredible to me.
Yeah.
If you just take a look at it factually, historically speaking. And yet, there are plenty of people in the world who choose not to accept that.
Right.
There are plenty of people in the world who choose to accept certain things because their family members told them, or not accept certain things because somebody maybe that they don't agree with told them, or something they saw on Facebook. So imagine if aliens actually came to Earth and it was on the news. How many people would think it's a fake YouTube video?
Yeah.
How many people would just choose not to believe it?
Yeah.
Even with witnessing and seeing with their own eyes, like choosing not to.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, why, in Scripture, Christ talks about this. Like, blessed are those who, do not see and still believe. Because there were people that walked around with Jesus and watched him perform miracles and were like, nah, fake!
Yeah.
Fake news!
Yeah, they had fake news
Look
back
at
then.
this magician over here!
Yeah.
He just cured leprosy! That's hilarious! That guy was obviously a paid actor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there were people walking around witnessing Jesus Christ performing miracles and chose to walk away because what they really wanted was him to just produce some more food. Like, they wanted more fish, they wanted more bread. And then it was like, hey, he just pulled thousands of fishes and bread out of a magic rabbit hat. And you saw this and witnessed this. But the next day when you came back to him, you weren't taken aback by the fact that this is the Son of God. You were just hungry, you idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why do we get hung up on the aliens conversation? Because there are people who would witness an alien and go, fake.
Yeah.
So
Okay, let me ask you another question. If trees came alive and started walking around, would that wreck your faith?
Would it wreck my faith?
Would it wreck my
That'd be
faith?
so dope.
That would be so cool. Like Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the
And
ants.
what if, do they talk? Like,
No, they don't talk.
Are they
just,
kind?
They just walk around. And,
yeah, are they destroying things, or
Yeah.
are they just walking around?
It wouldn't wreck my faith. But that's I think it's a great question because
All I'm saying is there is a philosophy out there that says there is no such thing as a dumb question.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not necessarily saying that this question, if scientists discover aliens, will it wreck your faith? I'm not saying necessarily that that's a dumb question, but it's a time-wasting question. It's fun to debate.
Sure.
And I'm not saying that wasting time is always bad either.
Sure.
It's fun to debate and talk about and speculate. But the bottom line is,
it's a waste of time.
We don't have an answer to this question until
nobody can actually.
If an alien shows up, then we have an answer to this question, or then we have to have the discussion. Will it actually wreck my faith? But until then, it's all conjecture.
It is,
and conjecture is. It's fun. It's a great mental exercise, but the bottom line is it hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't,
and there's no need to spend a lot of mental energy and even get upset. You probably there's some people having passionate discussions about this very topic.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, and I think we're presupposing a lot in this conversation. Like, so many people are chiming in with the idea of Christ having to go to all the different planets and proclaim himself, and and then become like them, and then die, and then. But we're presupposing that these other life forms that we're imagining in our brains right now have souls. Again, going back to that, because somebody said, I think addressing the why would Jesus not have died for other planets question is that they were not created in the image of God. Scripture clearly tells us we were created in the image of God. Could God have created other life forms or species on different planets? Absolutely. God's a big God. But when it comes to our salvation, he sent his son to save those he created in his image. And so to say would that mean then that there would be other human beings? They'd have to be, right? Because if we're created in the image of God, imago Dei, they'd have to look like us, right?
Well, or have the characteristics of us.
Have that, yes. So
not necessarily physically, but I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Well, there's all kinds of fun little mental exercises that we can do like that. Like, can God create a rock
right
so big that even he himself can't pick it up?
Well, I think it's hard for believers, or not believers, just people to wrap their head around how big the universe is.
Yeah.
I
get it.
When you hear a scientist or you watch a YouTube video and they're trying to explain to you how enormous the universe, how big just the sun is compared to Earth.
It's mind-boggling.
Like, it's 1,000,000 times bigger than Earth.
We're
like,
looking at that ball of gas that is 93 million miles away.
That's like
at the perfect spot.
Insane, right?
Yeah.
So crazy. There's different galaxies and the whole black hole thing. Could that lead into another universe? It's insane.
Yeah.
But that's God, right? Like our minds are like little ants. We can't comprehend.
We
can't even go there.
I remember
this infinite God.
I remember when I went to my first Major League Baseball game. The ballpark in Arlington is what it was called at the time. It was the year that it
Rangers,
opened.
And I still love that ballpark.
It opened in 1994, and I was there in May of 1994. So just like a couple of months after it opened. And I remember walking, because I'd seen it on TV.
I hear you.
I remember walking in and thinking, this place is huge.
Goosebumps.
I can't. So I'm freaked out over the size of a ballpark.
Yeah.
So when you start talking about when you get into the size of the universe, I'm like, just shut up.
Yeah.
Right? Let's talk about baseball,
dude.
Because I understand baseball.
Yeah. Harvest America this year. We broadcasted live from AT&T Stadium, and we walked in and out of that place.
It's like a small city.
A handful of times. Like, we had to take the gear there, and then we had to go back, and then we had to meet these people there for these interviews, and we had to leave.
It's so insane.
And literally every time we walked in there, it didn't matter how many times I had walked in there. Every time I was going, no, guys, like just staring up, like this place is huge.
Yeah.
A football stadium.
So we freak out.
Yeah.
Our base of knowledge as it grows, which that's a good thing to know and understand. I'm glad people are figuring out that our universe is gigantic. Here's what that does to me though. Rather than simply just freaking out because it's so big, it just, to me, it is illustrative. Or illustrative, depends on what part of the country you come from. Illustrative of God's creative genius and just how infinite and large he is.
Yeah.
And how other he is. And that no matter how hard we try, we will never, ever, this side of heaven, come to a complete understanding of who God is and what he has done and what he is doing. And this stuff that we discover, that just, to me, that just validates that he is the creator of the universe, and that none of this stuff is so well fine-tuned. It could not have happened accidentally. It's like taking the pieces of a plastic model, a model airplane, breaking them all up, taking them out of the box, breaking them off the little plastic tab things, and putting them in the box and shaking it up, and then opening it up and expecting it to be the model airplane assembled.
Yeah.
That's what we talk about when we say things like it accidentally happened, or
Right, evolution.
It's that same kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. It just, to me, I'm kind of like Steve. I think it takes more faith to believe that stuff than it does to believe in a creator God.
Psalm 19, man, it's always my go-to.
Yeah.
Anytime we start talking about creation, anytime we start talking about, because I love camping. Man, in New Mexico, like you were talking about the mountains, and I was going, oh man, I need to get back out.
Yeah.
Like I love being out in nature, especially like you're in northern New Mexico, you're like off somewhere random, and it's black outside, so you look up and the stars come alive.
Yeah.
Psalm 19 says, the heavens declare the glory of God, the skies proclaim the work of his hands. Day after day they pour forth speech, night after night they reveal knowledge. They have no speech, they use no words, no sound is heard from them. Yet their voice goes out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the world. And it goes on. And it just talks about, dude, how incredibly fascinating creation is.
Yeah.
And all of it is there as a general revelation to mankind to proclaim the glory of God.
Absolutely.
Like we have his specific revelation. B-Nix talks about this regularly. His specific revelation, the word of God. Like we know, like this is how we can know God, but we also general revelation, nature, creation, and looking around. It points to this ultimate creator that is oh my gosh, like mind-bogglingly incredible. So I agree. If some sort of creature thing showed up, it would fascinate me to no end, because the universe is so large.
Yeah.
It all proclaims
I think
his
about that
handiwork.
exact same thing, Stu, as I'm driving around the state. I drive all over the state of New Mexico all the time, or frequently. And I just in New Mexico, just the skies and the different topography, the different parts of our state. That to me, that's just a small sample of the creative genius of God. And I find myself just looking at the sky, whether I'm driving at night or whether, because when you're out in the middle of nowhere and there's no other traffic or anything and it's country dark outside, you can see the stars.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm also trying to watch the road, but I will take a peek at the stars, and especially if it's a full moon. I mean, there's just all kinds of
what
cool
did it for
things.
me the last time I just thought, man, the same thing that we just read in Psalms, like the heavens declare the glory of God. I was at Carlsbad Caverns.
Yeah.
And
Oh, dude.
you're going through these caverns, and they're like, it's almost like being in a giant stadium because it's so big
Yes.
and it's underground, and they were beautiful, and you're like, this is
750 feet below the
crazy,
surface.
right?
Huh?
Like,
know
that's
Carlsbad
insane, man.
And then think about this. That is a minute, tiny little hole in the ground in a small town in New Mexico.
Right.
Actually,
in the
outside of
United-
a small town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the United States of America, that is part of like this little earth.
Yeah.
And then you start expanding outward and outward and outward, and you're so blown away and fascinated by this cavern because they're amazing.
yeah.
They're right?
I love the cavern.
But it's this, I mean, it's like a pin drop in the universe.
Yeah.
And oh man.
It's a small sample size.
This is why you will not be bored with eternity. Like the idea of being bored in heaven, like I can't like wrap my mind
Oh
around.
man, all we're gonna do is
what we'll
sing and be in the
discover,
presence of
right,
God.
right.
Well, how
Yeah.
boring. How
Can't wrap my mind around
we
people
get
that
excited
think that.
about YouTube videos.
So
cat videos on YouTube.
somebody who read C.S. Lewis said the general argument that C.S. Lewis was making was that either there's three things. Either A, the aliens are perfect.
Yeah.
2, the aliens are not eligible for redemption. Or 3, the very, very real reminder that Jesus was a man and redeemed mankind.
Yeah.
That's
so we don't have to stress and worry whether or not the aliens are going to,
Right.
we don't have to like wait for them and then they, and then we're like, Bible track. Did you know?
Right.
All the Baptists are just waiting there with the tracks.
God loves you and has a wonderful
God,
plan for your life.
Please read this. I
Yes.
don't know if you speak English, but here you go. There's a really, if you don't speak English, there's a great cartoon in the back. All right, there's a like a mountain over here, and that's where you're standing. And then there's God, and he's on this other mountain. But then the cross is the bridge.
Steve-O was not representing all Southern Baptists.
You walk across that
I think he's more
cross.
referring to
And it was the
independent
bridge
Baptists.
that brings
Amen.
aliens. And they're like, why don't we just fly? Because
Oh, this conversation just took a turn.
Love it. There we go, guys.
We need some breakfast, Steve-O.
We do.
Well, our blood sugar's a little low.
Man.
I'll go
I
get
love
us an egg biscuit.
With all that said, go believe in aliens, man.
Somebody said the sunsets here in New Mexico. I saw the sunset the other day that had such a vast mix of colors, and the rain was falling through it, and it just left me speechless.
Yeah.
And I thought of the song.
I see that all the time.
Yeah, man.
Goosebumps.
Okay.
You need to title this show today Goosebump Friday.
There you go.
Goosebump Friday.
Just got the goosies all morning.
Another member of the Star Army, great reminder. It just goes to show how much God really appreciates the smallest details, especially the ones in our lives.
Yeah.
Good.
Word.
All right, we got to take a break, guys. Thanks for chiming in. Facebook, YouTube Live at Star 88 FM. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Hang out.
A Star 88 Supernova with Greg Laurie.
We cannot deviate from truth as revealed in Scripture. If you come to me and say, well, I don't believe in the Bible anymore, buddy, we have a problem. Now, if you have a different interpretation of a passage that's not an essential Christian belief than I do, listen, that's not a deal breaker. You're still my brother or my sister in the Lord. So in essentials, unity, but then that saying says in non-essentials, liberty, but in all things, charity or love. And why is unity important? Because it's a powerful witness to non-believers. I think that's one of the great things about our crusades, you know? People walk into a Southern California crusade in Angel Stadium or wherever, and there's every kind of person there. Every age, every race, everything you can think of. Here we all are, setting our minor differences aside and worshiping the Lord. Our country's so divided right now.
Catch Greg Laurie's teaching show, A New Beginning, on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on 107.1 FM. D.L. Moody reminds us our greatest fear should not be of failure, but of succeeding at something that doesn't really matter. Star 88 with a solar flare.
Just like the city lights. Just like the city lights. You're the brightest. You are lighting up the night. You're the wonder, bringing color to our lives. It's your love in us. Oh, it's your love in us. Oh, we're gonna burn bright like the city lights. We're gonna burn bright like we've come alive. We've come alive, and the world needs to know the hope that we hold. Love is breaking through the darkness. We're gonna burn bright like the city lights. Just like the city lights. Just like the city lights. Your love is a fire. Your love is a fire. We will never be the same, and our hearts cannot contain. Your love is a fire. Your love is a fire. We will never be the same, and our hearts cannot contain. Your love is a fire. Your love is a fire. Oh, we're gonna burn bright like the city lights, just like the city lights. We're gonna burn bright like we've come alive. We've come alive, and the world needs to know the hope that we hold. Love is breaking through the darkness. We're gonna burn bright like the city lights, just like the city lights. 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 The city lights, like the city lights. Just like the city lights.
Chad Beach says the church is all about good news.
This last Monday, on Monday morning, I got up and I ran 4 miles. It felt amazing. I ran 4 miles in a decade. And as soon as I hit 4 miles, I stopped. I was like, oh, I need to order an Uber right now. I'm done. That's all the endurance. I got to post this on social media and then order an Uber because that's all I got in my tank. The Bible's talking about having endurance. So when you feel like quitting and you feel like giving up on church and giving up on your marriage, you keep on going because you have need of endurance. God is not here so you can come to church or follow him for a day, a week, a month, or a year. God wants you to follow for the rest of the days of your life. So he said, I'm praying over you endurance and patience. Why? Because God never answers our prayers in our timeline. He answers them in his timeline. So I actually need to wait on God. Wait on God for the breakthrough. Wait on God for the miracle. Wait on God for that thing to happen.
Chad Beach, a Star 88 PowerPoint.
3, 2, 1. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
These guys, they sell a lifestyle.
Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi.
It's Ezekiel with the iPhone 8.
That's Ezekiel with the iPhone 8.
I'm back.
What up, Ezekiel with the iPhone 8?
I'm back.
Welcome to the show. How you doing this morning?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just getting ready for school, but I have a little bit of time to talk. But the thing that I hate like most that like Christians do, it's like they're scared of stuff and they don't know and they don't remember that they have Jesus with them, and then they kind of just pout in the corner and they don't do anything.
Dude,
hold on.
How old are you?
Hashtag be still, my heart.
How old are you?
Yeah.
How old are you, Ezekiel?
11.
11.
You're amazing. Dude.
Do not lose that attitude.
Yeah.
Do not forget that because I promise as you grow, sometimes we can be overcome by the troubles of the world. And you with your wonderful 11-year-old heart and mind and, man, everything that you just said, like that's biblical right there because the scripture reminds us we are not given to a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And I couldn't agree more with what you said. Like sometimes we get overcome by our circumstances. We become afraid by situations or whatever it may be. And we pout in the corner, like you said, and we don't need to. So, Ezekiel, I don't think you realize how many people's hearts you just touched this morning with your words. Used you in that. That's incredible,
That's
man.
awesome.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, like for example, like maybe even spiders, like
yeah, man.
you're really scared of them.
Right. Totally, man.
So then you could just be like, power of Christ, compel you.
Whoa. Oh, is that what you have to say?
Exercise the
Ezekiel, do you have
demons
to say that phrase? Or
yes, that's from The Exorcist. I don't know how.
What about I rebuke you, Jesus? Is that?
No, you don't rebuke Jesus.
You know
Wow,
you. Oh yeah.
I rebuke. In the
I
name
rebuke
of
you in the name of Jesus. I
Yes,
totally
that's what
rebuke Jesus.
Gosh, you were man.
I don't use that one.
I'm sorry for my friend Ezekiel. I'm sorry for my friend. So
man.
Oh man.
I love it, Ezekiel. You have a great day at school, man. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, bye.
No, I mean, you got more to say.
I mean, you can hang out with us.
Yeah, you got more to say.
More to say
Yeah.
because
No,
we're.
I actually gotta go eat.
Okay,
I love
all
it,
right.
dude.
Hey, man, you are our hero. Thanks for calling in this morning, Ezekiel. You're a rad kid.
All right.
See you, man.
No problem.
This one going out to Ezekiel.
Dude.
Amazing, right?
Faith like a child.
It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
Hurricane Florence beginning to brush the coast of the Carolinas.
Attorney General Jeff Sessions outlining his crime-fighting strategy.
Prioritize prosecutions on the most violent, most dangerous people in the most violent areas.
The FBI director is warning about the threat Chinese espionage poses to the United States. Christopher Wray says the Chinese are stealing everything from American trade secrets to technological innovation.
If I look at our counterintelligence mission overall, China is our top priority.
Dignitaries from around the world gathered in Ghana's capital to pay their last respects to former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan.
Funeral held for Botham Jean, the Dallas man shot and killed by a police officer who says she mistook his apartment for her own.
Pope Francis met at the Vatican with American cardinals and bishops.
Guilford Technical Community College in North Carolina has formed a partnership with Fayetteville State University to offer low-cost degrees to students pursuing degrees in business administration, psychology, sociology, criminal justice, and fire and emergency services administration.
GM is recalling more than 1 million big pickup trucks and SUVs.
This adds 2015 models to last year's recall of 2014 GM trucks because of possible loss of power steering.
So you're getting into the whole Nike protest thing and showing your unhappiness with the company by torching your $200 shoes? Why not protest and get ready for fall at the same time? Introducing new Pumpkin Spice Nikes. They're the same overpriced shoes the company makes for about $1.25 in a Haitian sweatshop, but they've been infused with the rich, warm scent of pumpkin spice. Now when you blaze up those Jordans, you'll fill the air with that beloved harbinger of fall, pumpkin spice. And when the fire goes out, you can use the leftover embers to make a festive holiday potpourri. So get ready for fall, support the right to protest, and protest against someone else's protest with the all-new Pumpkin Spice Nikes. Available at Foot Locker and Pottery Barn.
I love me some pumpkin spice. I don't care what it is.
Okay.
I just love it so much. The senior pastor of a church in Alabama destroyed his own Nike gear during a sermon in which he criticized the sports brand's advertising deal with former San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Pumpernickel. The Reverend Sam Swan, Mac Morris cut up his Nike headband and sweatband during his address at Woodridge Baptist Church. Should I continue?
Well, he went all out. Headband and wristband? Oh, man.
He went all out.
Boy, that's really making a statement.
The church shared footage of the sermon titled The Storms of Life. I think I took down the video. I couldn't find it anywhere. But the first pair of jogging shoes I wore were Nike jogging shoes, said Morris. That was in the early 80s. I've been wearing Nike jogging shoes since 1980. I got news for you. I bought my last pair of Nike shoes. And then he...
lit him on fire.
Wait, he lit his shoes on fire,
too? He used scissors. He chopped them up. He chopped up his headband, his sweatband, tossed it to the side, and the congregation was cheering, and they were freaking out. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, what do you think about that? What's the job of a pastor, Sam? Go ahead.
No, that's literally the first thing I thought of is
oh gosh,
getting political from the pulpit.
Right. You don't. I haven't heard that very often.
Now I'm gonna say feels like, because for me, when I see stuff like that, I don't think, man, the Spirit of God spoke to him and knew that, like, that was the message that was coming. Like, we're not. No matter who you are, pastors, our role really is proclaiming the good news, right? And teaching and drawing people through Scripture line by line. Yeah. And that sure feels like a non-essential of someone who's very passionate personally and taking that passion to the pulpit and saying, you know what I think? I always get nervous when you hear that from the pulpit. I think, I feel, I believe. And it's like, okay. Let's check mark that and note that's their personal opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not, and the Word of God says it's, I feel like, I think, I believe. And it's like, okay, personal preference.
Yeah.
Personal thoughts and ideas. And, there are pastors that you love and respect and go, okay, well, that carries weight with me. I'm going to investigate further through Scripture, but not everybody does that.
Yeah, I feel like that preachers have a responsibility.
Yeah.
Particularly the instructions we get from 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 2.
Look at that.
Talk to me.
Go into the Word of God.
Where it says, preach the word, be ready in season and out of season. And I don't think it's talking about football season.
What about Nikes in the fall?
Rebuke, correct, and encourage with great patience and teaching. Yeah. I mean, it's one thing for us to have we all have opinions about all kinds of things.
Sure.
And I probably have an opinion about this, but I'm not going to say it on air.
Yeah.
Because I haven't really thought it through, because quite frankly, I don't care.
You wearing Nikes, right?
I don't care. No, I don't wear Nikes.
We all look, what?
Yeah, you guys are looking.
Are those Nikes with Adidas
bandages? These are.
My son's team is sponsored by Under Armour, so that's all he
Skechers.
can wear. So
These are comfortable old man shoes, what I'm wearing.
we should get the morning show sponsored by someone.
Why are they
there you
Velcro,
go.
Sam? Are you at that age where you can't
It's
tie
just,
your shoes?
my knuckles just don't work like they used to. So I think from the pulpit, we talk about God from the pulpit. That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's the responsibility that we have. And I think, quite frankly, in the church in general, all around the world, we have issues with the wrong things being talked about from the pulpit.
Yeah.
So I'm not necessarily singling this guy out, although I would disagree with his approach. If he wants to do that, at some other time and shoot a YouTube video of it, that's fine. If he wants to do it in the his driveway or even in the parking lot at the church, I wouldn't want
From
to
the pulpit.
I just wouldn't want to drag my church into that type of negative attention.
Yeah.
When we're trying, we have enough stuff that we have to be careful about and watch out for as we're proclaiming the truth, because the truth of the gospel is confrontational.
Mm-hmm.
When you tell somebody you're separated from God because of your sin,
Yeah.
that's confrontational.
Yeah.
And the reason we're pointing that out is to help them to understand, but there is an answer to that sin.
Yes.
And that is that Jesus came and took your place on the cross
Yep.
and paid the penalty for that sin
Yes.
so that you can have life
Yep.
and have it everlasting.
Yeah.
Not just in heaven, but full life now.
Yeah.
That's the message of the gospel, and that's what we want to proclaim from the pulpit.
Yeah.
And the teaching, love one another. All the instructions and the guidelines and the commandments that are given in the scriptures, that's the responsibility of preachers and teachers in the church. Not to propagate our political agenda
Or personal bias.
or personal bias.
Yeah.
If you have strong feelings about what Colin
Pumpernickel,
the guy that used to be quarterback,
Yeah.
what he's saying and doing, then that's the beauty of living in America. We have the right to protest that stuff.
We do.
Or to say something about it.
it says in the article, the mayor of Kenner, Louisiana, I guess that's where it took place, where this pastor preaches, banned city recreation facilities from buying Nike products.
That's a different one.
Is that a different one?
It's a different city. It was the pastor was in Alabama. It's just different instances around the nation.
Yeah,
But
just
there
examples.
There were
crazy.
people around the nation who were just like,
This is
here's
a
what we're
mayor.
going to do.
Yeah.
Well, he backed down too.
Did he back
since
down?
then? Oh yeah.
When
'Cause
they
there was
found
some
out the true
backlash.
reason?
Well, there was just backlash on it. Like, hey man, you can't tell. They were trying to. There's one mayor that was trying to ban Nike products from stores in the city, like telling Walmart or places that sell Nike, like, you can't sell this product.
And they can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. You don't have the right to do that. So they had to back down. But, I mean, but then if this pastor wants to destroy his own Nike gear during his anti-Colin Kaepernick sermon, just do it. I'm out.
Just do it.
No.
Hey, Steve-O, your swoosh is showing.
I don't care either way. Do you know what I mean? Like, it didn't hinder me from buying Nike. I didn't
It's so
buy it
funny
before.
to me what we
Like, I don't understand
what we get charged up about.
Yeah, because of this ad, because of a commercial, because of who this guy. And I'm going, okay.
Have you guys ever
Doesn't sway me.
stopped buying
way.
something because you found out maybe their agenda wasn't
Yes.
something that you believed in, or
Yes.
they supported?
Twinkies and zebra cakes,
Wow.
because they're very damaging to my health. So the sugar content was so much that I quit buying those.
Mm-hmm. Sam?
It's really painful for me because I miss them.
I'm trying to think if I have. I don't know that I have.
Boycotted hard sugar, man.
I remember in the 90s, Southern Baptists came out with not all of them, but some of them were, some of us,
yes,
I should say, equating myself with the group of Southern Baptists, but not the ones that made this decision to boycott Disney.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't remember that we did that necessarily. We tried to teach our children discernment, and tried to show that in the home, to discern and decide, to learn, to figure out what's right and what's wrong.
And he was a musical theater guy, so of course he can't ban Disney because that's half of the movie selection for his life.
I can show you the world. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever not done that because a few years ago when certain corporations started allowing unmarried, like cohabitation couples, they're not married, but they live together, and it's like they started giving the benefits to the treating it like they were married. And some people were up in arms in that and were saying, well, I'm never going to buy such and such a product again because that company started doing that. I got to thinking about that. If we do that, we won't be able to buy. There aren't enough Christian corporations for us to buy products from to do that.
Yeah.
Now,
But maybe if we only supported Christian businesses, then maybe there would be enough because they'd actually be doing well financially.
Okay.
Hashtag non-com radio, hashtag support us or we die.
Sam just left, guys. He
Yeah,
put his headphones down. He's gone.
I mean, there's
But
something
left
to be
his
said about
Nikes.
that, though. You're right. There are not enough Christian companies, but maybe there would be if we actually supported them.
Well, if they had good products, I would support
agree.
them.
Exactly. I agree.
If they had good stuff.
Talking to you, Bibles Plus. I don't need another. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I used to go to Bibles Plus every week when I got paid.
Dude, I always wanted
and
that.
I'd buy CD. I buy
Dude,
CD.
I
every
waited
week.
for
I
the
love Bibles Plus.
They had great.
I
They
love
had
the
little
different
stamps,
God's
the
Gym
little-
T-shirts that
No,
they had
shut
every
up.
week.
They had a
Okay.
great.
See, that's what you-
See the Testaments? I love those.
Oh, Testaments? They're
Yes.
so sweet.
So here's a question because Seth asked something that I wanted to get to because people were liking it or commenting on it. Because he said, wait, because we're talking about this pastor, Alabama pastor who destroyed his Nike gear during an anti-Colin Kaepernick sermon. And Seth said, well, was Jesus political when he called out the Pharisees? I wish we had more info than that because instantaneously I'm like, no, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't calling out the Romans, he was calling out the Pharisees.
Yeah, it wasn't political.
Like it wasn't political in
It
any
was
way, shape, or
religious
form. It was
leadership.
religious,
Yeah.
yes. That was absolutely religious
They were
in nature.
whitewashed tombs.
Yes.
Right. Dead
Calling
inside.
out, I mean, we're talking Martin Luther when he called out the Catholic Church and he wrote his theses and said, hey, bro, what you are doing is not of God. This is man-made, and you are...
In fact,
you are having people pay for their salvation so you can build a bigger cathedral.
In fact, when the religious leaders asked him about Rome, about Caesar,
right?
Who do you pay taxes to?
Right.
Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and
Amen.
give to God what belongs to God. So Jesus, and I'm not a biblical scholar by any stretch of the imagination, but the way that I understand it, he didn't really spend a lot of time dealing with political things.
He really didn't.
He had a particular thing he wanted to get across, and that is to reveal the Father to us and to show us the way to get to the Father. And that's all he was concerned about.
And when you read Jesus when he went from town to town, he usually was always telling people, hey, shh, don't tell anybody I'm here, right?
Well,
I mean,
in the beginning of the ministry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because he wasn't like, look at me, look what I'm doing type of guy. I always wonder, the whole Christian T-shirt thing, would God appreciate you wearing a Christian T-shirt, or would he be like, take that off?
Well, I mean, that's a good question, but it would depend on the one. As long if it, and again,
I guess the
it
heart
depends on
behind
how you define cheesy. The difference between a good quality T-shirt that is a conversation starter,
sure, that
you can use as a tool to share the gospel, as opposed to one that is just straight up cheesy.
Yeah.
And I, the one that says God is my co-pilot, that was big in the 70s and 80s. God is my co-pilot. Well, first of all, no, he should be the pilot,
right?
Not your co-pilot. You should surrender the captain's chair to the Lord if that's going to be the way it. But it was a great poem, so everybody liked the part of it or the. Anyway.
So Seth wanted to clarify because
I'm
he said
random.
At the time, the Pharisees were both the religious and political leaders of the Jewish people. Yeah, I'm like, well, within a certain system, but they were governed. They were ruled by the Romans still. That's an
because it was
interesting-
it's
like kind of
it was like
nitpicky,
a
I guess.
theocracy.
Yes.
God was in charge.
Seth, if you want to burn Nikes from,
and they're the
from youth
representatives.
tonight, you do you. Man. If that's what you want. If that's
they're
what you need.
representatives, but they were following God. They didn't necessarily follow the political political in the way that we would think of it nowadays.
All right, you guys want to chime in? We're on Facebook and YouTube Live at Star 88 FM. What's the live line number to text in?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
Send in a text. Also, phone lines are open when we come back. 505-338-3700. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
When we gather around the name of Jesus, everything changes. So come lift up the name of Jesus with us at Passion Worship Nights. Hosted by Passion and Louis Giglio with Travis Green, plus Levi Lusko and Trip Lee. Friday night, October the 5th. A powerful night of worship at Calvary Church, Albuquerque. Passion Worship Nights. A night for all ages. Friday night, October the 5th. Join Passion with Louis Giglio, Travis Green, Levi Lusko, and Trip Lee as we come together to lift up the name of Jesus. Tickets and information are at passionmusic.com. Produced by Fill the Gap Concerts.
Pastor Jack Graham and a Star 88 Supernova.
A wise family understands that words are powerful, that words are valuable, that words are wonderful. And oh, how we ought to be encouraging one another and edifying one another, building each other up, starting with our own families. Sometimes we forget to love and express that love to those that we care about the most. Our loved ones need to know that they are loved. And often that love is not only expressed in words, but small acts of kindness that we do each day. Our words should be positive, full of promise. There's so much negativity in our culture today. Listen to talk radio, political talk radio, or sports talk radio.
Catch Pastor Jack Graham, PowerPoint, broadcast weekdays at 10:30 a.m. on our sister station, KNKT. This is KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, rebroadcast on KKCJ, Cannon Air Force Base, KPKJ, Mintmore, K201CC, Las Cruces, K203EZ, Alamogordo, K207CQ, Gallup, K211CW, Hobbs, K212EH, Silver City, K214DE, Antonito, K218AK, Artesia, K250AB, Roswell, K293AO, Alamosa, K228DQ, Portales, in the free app for iOS and Android, and online at star88.fm.
Lately I've been reeling, watching the nightly news. Don't seem to find the rhythm, just wanna sing the blues. Feels like a song that never stops. Feels like it's never gonna. Gotta get that fire back in my bones before my heart turns into stone. So when somebody please pass the megaphone, I'll shout it on the count of 3. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. I'm singing to the sky. Give me strength to raise my voice. Let me testify. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. 'Cause this is do or die. The time has come to make a choice. And I choose. Let it move. Let it move. Let it move. Yeah, I choose. Let it move you. Let it move. Let it move. Back when I was younger, my eyes were full of life. But now that I am older, I live at the speed of light. Feels like the cycle never stops. Feels like it's never gonna. Gotta get that fire back in my bones before my heart turns into stone. that joy, 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 joy down in my heart to stay. Joy, 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 joy down in my heart to stay.
It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O on Star 88.
Have you ever met those who keep humming when the song's through? It's like they're living life to a whole different tune. And have you ever met those that keep hoping when it's hopeless? It's like they figured out what the rest haven't yet. The second you realize what you have inside, it's only just a matter of time. Ever since Greece got you left, till your whole side turned and smile, like you just got away with something. Why? 'Cause you just got away with something. Ever since Greece got you. So when you're standing in the rain again, you might as well be dancing. Why? 'Cause there ain't no storm that can change how this is. So next time when you feel blue, don't let that smile leave you. Ever since Greece got you left, till your whole side's hurt and smile, like you just got away with something. Why? 'Cause you just got away with something. Ever since Greece got you. Ever since Greece got you. Greece got you. Got away with something bubbling inside of you, spilling over 'cause your life is full. How incredible, undeniable, monumental like the Eiffel, uncontrollable, let the joy flow through. Giddy over pity, pretty please, let me see your hands in the air with you at your seats. Warm it up, let go, shout it out, celebrate. When you can't articulate, just say amazing grace. The second you realize what you have inside, it's only just a matter of Ever since Greece got you left, till your whole side turned and smile, like you just got away with something. Why? 'Cause you just got away with something. Ever since Greece got you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ever since Greece got you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Greece got you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ever since Greece got you.
Thanks to you, this country moves.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
We
keep things moving.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the show, everybody. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Des, Steve-O, and Sam Swan hanging out.
Dude, I love this elevator music.
You like this?
I feel like I'm going up right now.
Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Friday. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Star 88 FM. You can download the app as well to your phone, and you can stream us live. Shout out to everybody streaming us on the app or on demand. A lot of you podcast. Thank you so much. Love you guys. You can always chime in. No matter what time you're listening, you can always text in. You can always email us. All right, coming up here, we didn't get a chance to do this letter. We're going to get to it here in a second. We got the Swan here to answer this important question about pets. So, Steve-O, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, man.
Are you in a relationship with someone who kind of looks like your mom or dad?
Oh, gosh. No.
I'm looking at a
Weird.
picture of you and Chrissy, and, yep. Yeah, you guys, yeah. Well, Chrissy looks just like your mom.
No,
I haven't
she
seen
does
your dad because he died when you were 6, so I don't really have any.
What?
What?
I didn't know that. I had no idea.
That your dad died when you were 6?
I had no clue. That's my favorite. I'm like 40 years old and people still go, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "It's okay. It's been 34 years."
You should just start
I've
crying.
had time to process.
You just grab him, hold me. I'm so.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It still hurts, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
sometimes the responses, it's funny because people try and well, because they want to sympathize or whatever,
Yeah.
and then it's like,
show
"Hey
compassion.
man, you don't. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like." I'm okay. I mean, I'm not. I'm really not. But
In
I'm
fact,
okay.
what you see
Yeah.
is a result of that,
Total
or
facade,
part of a result.
like, yeah.
All right, Sam. Let me
Yes.
ask you a question.
Yes.
Are you in a relationship with someone who kind of looks like your mom or dad?
No.
Yeah, you are. That's what it says. It says, yeah, you are. A new study out of the Czech Republic looked at 950 heterosexual couples, and the researchers found that most people subconsciously gravitated towards settling down with someone who looked like their parents. You guys can't tell me that you've never looked at a couple and then you know their parents and you're like, oh my gosh.
I mean,
dude, Jim totally married a woman who looks just like his mom. That's crazy. That's weird.
Yeah.
Or what about people that they get married and they look like each other?
Oh yeah. Like
How
siblings.
weird is that?
They look
Yeah.
like- to me, it's not weird. It just means you really love yourself.
Dude, I am attractive. I will find someone who looks just like me.
Yeah.
Because I think that kind of goes in hand with that when looking at it. Because my spouse has brown hair, brown eyes. My long-term high school girlfriend, brown hair, brown eyes. My mom, brown hair, brown eyes. So I think there's something in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I dated. I dated blondes and blue eyes and whatnot, but I did settle down with a brown hair, brown eyed
Well,
girl.
the researchers think it's
I am
because
feeling really uncomfortable right now.
Sorry, I know Sam didn't date until he was 43.
Yeah.
When he finally proposed to
No.
Brenda, who is 23.
Does Brenda look like your mom at all?
No.
No?
Not at all.
No.
I mean,
negatory, good
nothing
buddy.
against my mom. My mom
Show me a
has-
picture right now.
My mom has naturally curly hair, and she's about 4'9", and
How tall's
Brenda's a
Brenda?
little taller. And
Little taller? Like how
Brenda
much?
has straight, fine hair, and my
Yeah,
mom has
but maybe she
wavy
uses a straightener.
No, her hair is straight.
What are you trying to prove?
Brenda's
Like,
more
give
of
me
a
this-
blonde, and my mom is dark-headed.
Yeah,
and kind
us
of
the
auburn.
science.
Dyed her hair.
I want the
All right.
science, buddy. I want the science.
The researchers think it's because we have the first meaningful relationship in our lives with our parents, so their characteristics get imprinted in our
Well,
brains almost like a
yeah.
template for the future.
Okay, sure.
That makes sense.
Why not?
My wife does exhibit some characteristics of my wife. She's a strong woman. My mother is a strong woman.
This is a weird
She's very kind.
right?
It really
It's only
is.
weird because
so
you're making it
weird.
weird, you guys.
No, we didn't make it weird. It became weird. It started out weird. The weird thing is that you started this conversation. That's
Yeah, it was. You know what? I had to. I had to
course.
ask.
It is a morning show.
I've posted pictures of Sam and Brenda and your guys' parents up at our Facebook page. If you guys want to go there, and you guys, it's a little poll.
Shut up. No.
Can you imagine if I did that?
Oh, somebody said Steph Curry, bro. Wife and mom. That's true. Aisha Curley.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. I agree with that. Yep.
Yep. They say since it's hard to find an exact doppelganger of your mom or dad out there, we go for some more basic characteristics like eye color and hair color.
See, that's weird to me.
So yeah, they say, so if you're in a relationship with someone whose eye or hair color matches your mother or father, yeah, that wasn't an accident.
I'm like the opposite on this study. I don't, oh gosh, it's weirding me out. So like my baby sister looks a lot like Liv Tyler. And because of that, I've never been into Liv Tyler.
There you go.
You know what I mean? When people are like, dude, Liv Tyler's so hot. I'm like, watch your mouth, bro.
You're
You
talking
watch
about
your
my
mouth.
sister.
Yeah. No!
Yeah.
So funny.
I freak out. So I'm like, I don't know, man. Ah.
Yeah, it's a weird study.
I'm glad you brought it up, though. No, I'm
not. But that's the thing. Do you think people, let's say, you know people that are in this situation where you look at their parents and you're like, man, they married somebody that looks just like their mom or their dad. They don't realize it. Because, again, in the study, they said it's like imprinted in their brains. So they don't realize what they're doing, but it's like that's what you grew up with.
And also, it's not saying that they're attracted to their parents.
Thank
it just
you.
says...
Exactly. That doesn't mean you're attracted to your
to the
mom or your
characteristics
dad. It's
of-
like, I need to find somebody that looks like my mom because I'm attracted. That's not what it's saying.
Oh my
You
gosh.
are making it weird. You're the one who took it to weirdo land. Gosh.
I wish you were more creative.
Who's the...
You're such a weirdo, and it's because you're the mayor of Weirdo Land, and you
know what?
You drive a weird mobile.
You know what? You call me out. You call me out, but you never, ever, ever come back with anything. Go ahead. What would you say in that situation? Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
This whole mom attractive thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't take it there.
You took it there.
Okay.
Weirdo.
Mayor weirdo. That's
You're the
mayor weirdo to
you're
you.
a mayor of Weirdoville. Oh, man.
Or your excellency. You can say mayor weirdo or your excellency.
That's right. Oh, man.
All right. Well,
somebody says I do get the weirdness, like kind of my sister and the Liv Tyler thing. They said when my dad preaches, he sounds just like Kevin Costner. Therefore, I can never watch Kevin Costner movies without thinking of my dad.
Oh, that's well. Yeah,
that's
that
cool.
makes
That
sense.
Kevin Costner,
dude. If I
Who's
could
your
talk
dad?
like Kevin
I want
Costner,
to podcast Kevin Costner preaching.
yeah,
I love Kevin Costner.
yeah, man, he's one of my favorite
Gosh.
actors.
Same.
Britt said my dad was a gangster convict. So yeah,
Yeah.
Get out of here, Britt.
Nothing like Seth. Yep.
That's
So, but on the flip side, somebody said, my father is an abusive sociopath. He has dark eyes and hair. I pick men that are blonde and blue-eyed. Any correlation there? Probably.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
But to go
Oppositely,
opposite,
like,
sure.
more relationship, therefore, like,
right.
blah.
Right.
No.
Maybe that has to do with
Block out any assimilation. I mean, any similarities there.
well, what if you grow up and you have the daddy issues? A lot of people have the daddy issues. Do you see a lot of people like they're drawn to date other people that maybe they're trying to get those same, maybe they have the same qualities that their dad gave them or didn't give them, so they're drawn to that because they've always craved that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know about the qualities necessarily, but the attention for sure.
The attention,
If they didn't get proper attention or healthy attention from their father, then they might compensate for that by looking for that kind of attention, which can kind of create a tough dynamic in the relationship.
Mm-hmm. I agree,
Hey,
Bernadette. I agree.
Speaking of, can I totally derail this? Because this is a weird
No,
conversation.
we're done talking about it.
Oh,
We're
okay,
all
good.
done.
Can we talk about features and perceptions and what we like and dislike? We're talking about like being attracted to.
Yeah. What are your favorite features about me?
No.
Go ahead.
I want
What's
to
your
talk
favorite?
about
My
something.
nose, my chin.
In our culture right now, it's kind of trendy and cool to be anti as far as establishment, right?
Mhm.
And like we're trending different ways with film, with everything else. Here's where I'm going with this. A story broke yesterday, and I was like, man, I want to talk about this on the morning show. And then I had a pause, a quote check in my spirit, if you will, because I thought, if I bring this topic up, will it be construed as racist?
Ooh, I can't wait.
And I was like, maybe I shouldn't. But as we're talking today, I'm going, you know what, man? We've been talking a lot about like science and aliens and like crazy theories and stuff like this. Something broke in the news yesterday, and I immediately got like angry and then was like, do I need to check myself? Or is this okay to not agree with this? Y'all ready? Did you see?
I didn't see.
No. Yesterday, we broke the news that Henry Cavill is no longer playing Superman.
Okay, I did see that headline.
The best.
Yeah.
Second best. Christopher Reeve, the best
yeah.
Superman.
Yeah.
Second best Superman. Best part about the Justice League and this new universe. Warner Brothers has already said not only are they moving on, but they have an actor in mind that they are pursuing to be the next Superman.
Okay.
Okay.
Is he Asian?
Michael B. Jordan.
Ooh, wow, that's what I'm talking about right there.
For those that don't know, Michael B. Jordan.
He was an NBA player, one of the greatest of all time.
I'm going to punch you in the throat. He was Killmonger in Black Panther. He was Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four.
I can't believe you didn't name the... Come on, bro.
He's
Creed.
Yeah.
In the Creed films. Right. And when this news broke, I immediately got angry. And I follow Michael B. Jordan on Twitter, Instagram.
Why were you
love
angry?
Michael B. Jordan. What I don't love is feeling like someone is taking an iconic role and character and feeling the need to change their race or whatever it is to be more, quote, inclusive or to like...
How do you know that's what they're doing, though? How do you know?
Bro.
How do you know, bro?
It's Warner Brothers.
How do you
They
know?
can't get anything right. They can't get their stuff together. They just dropped the
But
best
you're
part of their
assuming
comic
that's an
book
assumption.
universe.
That's an assumption. You're assuming
And
that that's...
instantaneously, the announcement of Black Panther star Michael B. Jordan is like tipped to wear the cape next. Like they want him to play the next Superman. And I'll tell you what, like the reactions instantaneously were like, whew,
yeah,
mixed at best.
Like saying that can't happen because of the color of his skin?
Because we're talking about Clark Kent Superman. So
look at Aquaman, dude.
No, I know.
Look at that.
Normally blonde-haired, blue-eyed in the comic books.
Right.
But you're talking about Aquaman and Superman. Name a more iconic superhero or comic book character.
Batgirl.
I'm gonna
gonna throat
kneecap
punch.
you. No, but seriously.
Captain Caveman.
Is it okay? Is it okay that Clark Kent is always like the farm boy stereotypical white dude? Like, is there a problem with that? Because that's who the character is?
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Does the innocent farm boy from Kansas have to be Caucasian?
No.
Right.
I don't think so. Absolutely not.
Well, he was an alien
So
from
Clark
another
Kent.
planet. So why couldn't his skin?
Did you
Why
just
couldn't
say
his?
that-
Did you just say alien?
I did say alien.
You did. You said he was from another planet. He has an alien. I had a joke that I.
Why?
I've always found it interesting that an alien stood for truth, justice, and the American way.
American way.
Yeah.
Why, if his skin, if he was a black baby that showed up at the farm in the spaceship, why would that be crazy?
Okay, I agree with what you're saying, but what I am talking about is the fact it feels like sometimes we go out of our way to be like culturally aware and appropriate.
Yeah.
When why can't it just be that Clark Kent, if it's Clark Kent, because there's actually a black Superman in the comic books. Okay. They could, if they're going that route and making a completely different character, sure. But we're talking about Clark Kent, who for 100 years has been this white boy Kansas farm kid, which is kind of weird because he is an alien. Why doesn't he have green skin?
Exactly.
Why doesn't he have blue skin?
Why no suction cups?
But
You're obsessed with suction cups.
why is this a thing? And would you guys be stoked if Michael B. Jordan was Superman?
Yes, I would. I would be
love
absolutely
Michael B. Jordan.
1,000%
Don't get me
okay
wrong.
with it.
I
And
love. Do you remember Chronicle? That was another superhero.
See,
film.
I am not I'm a little bit of a comic book nerd. Not so much the comic book, but the characters themselves.
Sure, they're fun.
I haven't necessarily
I'm probably
read the
same
comic
way.
books. So I'm not tied as much to the tradition of what other people would get sort of been out of shape about.
Yeah.
If he's a quality actor and can pull off the role of Superman, then let's try it and see.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing I have. Since we're on this is sort of a side question, and you don't have to answer it if you don't want to.
Yeah.
But if he's an alien and he's super duper strong, why does he have to be muscular? Wouldn't it be more impressive if he was built like me and could leap tall buildings in a single bound and pick up locomotives and do what he does?
Good call, sir.
That's just a side note that I've always wondered my whole life.
Yeah.
If he's an alien and super strong, why does he have to look super strong? Why can't someone like me be represented as Superman?
You can
let's
relate
move on.
a little better. Yeah, I get it.
Because Michael B. Jordan is cut, bro.
He is so
Paul
cut.
said, I would totally watch Sam Jackson as Abraham Lincoln. Why not?
Yeah.
Wow.
See, Rebecca said the female Ghostbusters movie bothered me too because it felt like, we got to do a female Ghostbusters.
Right.
Well,
But I'm in the minority on that one.
You loved that. I thought it was the
I didn't
worst movie
see
ever.
it.
It was terrible.
I didn't see
It
it.
was awful.
Do I need to go see
Get
it?
out of here.
Steve-O.
No. Don't waste your time.
Steve-O, nobody
Sam,
knows
I didn't even
this.
finish it. I turned it off halfway through.
Nobody
It was
knows
so
this,
bad.
but Steve-O is. I watch more movies recommended by my friend Steve-O because
he loves
he's
everything.
He doesn't love everything.
No, I do
he
not.
doesn't.
It's pretty rare.
I just am not
Pretty
allowed
rare.
to be
But
negative.
he's like a
when I
mix.
don't like something, I don't like
He's
it.
a good mix of a critic in the sense that he critically can watch it and for its artistic and kind of pick it apart that
Sure.
way.
Mm-hmm.
But he also
He can
is
always find the
passionate
good.
about it and feels and like it's just a good movie.
Yeah.
Critically, it was horrible. I mean, there were some things about it that were bad.
He always finds that
from a
redeeming
critical,
qualities
but
in everything.
but he doesn't say that about everything.
How very Christian of me.
So he has a
That's how I
redemptive.
do.
He has a
Just
redemptive
following
attitude.
my Lord.
Yeah.
Just being like the Christ.
Way to live it out.
I can
I'm
only
just
imagine.
saying.
Way to live it out.
Oh gosh, that movie.
Get out of here.
It was a good movie.
I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it.
You
I'm
need to see
dying
it.
to see it.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, sure.
So,
I get what you're saying, though, because, yeah, you're right. It seems like when you watch a sitcom or you watch a movie, they always have to have the Asian, they have to have the Caucasian, they have to have the African-American, they have to have an Indian person. It's like they have to cover all these bases because they're so scared that they're going to get the backlash is going to – people are going to freak out over it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's not the way it should be.
yeah.
If it feels forced.
If it feels forced, yeah.
Yeah.
What are
Yeah,
people
that's,
saying? Are they upset over Michael B. Jordan playing Superman?
You know, it's mixed, actually.
Did Michael B.
this
Jordan say anything about it? Did they?
He has not commented on it yet.
Man, I think that would be awesome.
Was that like an official release, or is that what the rumor is?
This is it's all rumored. They haven't even officially announced that Henry Cavill is out.
Oh, that just kind of broke.
Yeah,
it.
and that YouTube video was really weird because, like, he's holding up what does that mean? You know, because he held up the Superman doll, and you're like, wait, are you going away? Are you coming back?
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. We've talked recently about James Bond. Idris Elba.
Right?
We both were like, dude, he would be the perfect
So many
next
people
James Bond.
They wanted that.
British, just man of awesome.
Yeah.
Love him. And so Warner Brothers is like, well, why can't we do that with Superman? But the reaction wasn't like James Bond, where it's like, yeah, that's a good. Most people lost it. Like, whoa, why? Why, though? But why?
Tell us why.
And Michael B. Jordan is a phenomenal actor.
Oh, dude.
Like, he's in talks, like, with the Black Panther film. That's one of the actors that Marvel is pushing hard this year for an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor.
Oh, he was fantastic.
He was
really good.
amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think Creed, like, forget
Creed-
Black Panther. Creed was...
He was
so good.
phenomenal in that movie.
He's amazing in everything he does.
Phenomenal.
So could he do it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
It would be great. It would be great. And that's what we want. We want something to be fun, entertaining, and great. We want to leave the theater going, that was awesome. So why not? Why do you have to stick to the script so closely? Why?
well, we're
Tell me
talking
why.
about iconic characters. Like, what what does that mean when it comes to like iconic characters?
Because people always
Are they
freak
allowed
out.
to be interpreted differently?
Think about, though, almost every time they announce an actor to play, like Christian Bale, when they announced Christian Bale to play Batman,
Don't talk to me about
I was
those
sitting there
movies.
going,
I'm in the minority.
oh, Christian Bale. Ugh.
I cannot take his Bat voice.
People,
I can't do
people
it,
lose their
man.
minds when they cast.
That's how I felt
like
about
Ben
Heath
Affleck.
Ledger, though. Heath Ledger is the Joker.
Yeah.
Everybody lost it.
Right. But so we kind of do that anyways.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah.
Sometimes it really works. Yeah. Thank you for holding. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys today?
Oh,
Doing good.
Winnie!
What's up, Winnie?
Not a lot. I'm home today. I'm unemployed this week, so
Oh, very
I'll
nice.
listen in.
Cool.
There you go.
Well, I don't really see him as playing Superman,
Okay.
really. And also, I think they don't have enough representation of people of color in TV shows. Such as Friends. Who lives in New York and don't have people of color as friends?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
All your friends are white.
Yeah.
Yeah, was there ever an African American actor on Friends?
You mean like
They
ever
had,
on the show?
I don't think there was.
appearances.
Yeah.
Guest appearances every now and again, but
Yeah.
not
I don't
anyone
even
that
know
was
about that.
permanently in the show.
Right.
I lived in New York for a long time. Everybody has black friends, Indian friends, Chinese friends.
Right.
You don't have just a circle of white friends.
Right.
So they should have more representation of the people of color, I think, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Boom.
I love it,
There we
Winnie.
go. I love
Enjoy your
Winnie
time
Pooh.
off.
I know. Enjoy England.
Thank
How's the
you.
weather over there? How is it?
It's
a
cold
lovely
at the
evening?
moment.
Oh,
It's freezing.
it's a cold evening. Cold evening over
It's
there.
freezing. We had a great summer, though. It was really hot all summer. Then it was cold in August, and it's cold now.
All right.
So what's the future like? Since you're hours ahead of us, what does my future behold? Can you tell me the rest of my Friday?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather
The
Boy?
rest of your Friday, you'll go home, watch Netflix,
Beautiful.
watch the new Iron
Fist?
I need to.
I'm on
only
episode 6.
I'm only on
Because
episode
it's
3.
out.
Yeah.
I've just finished downloading the whole thing.
Oh.
And downloading Power.
All right.
And
That's
Killjoys.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
take
And
it.
that's what I'm going to be watching this
Beautiful.
weekend.
Okay.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Winnie.
Yes. Love you.
Thank you.
Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. What a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I love her.
See, somebody says the fact that Doctor Who is now a woman just makes me want to scream. I can't stand it. Some things you just don't mess with.
Wow. Some things you just don't mess with.
Somebody else said, I'm all for adding diversity, changing things around, but don't change characters. To me, that's just lazy writing. Look at Spider-Man. They made a black Spider-Man, but they didn't recreate Peter Parker. That's an example of them doing it right. There's a whole new character named Miles Morales. That's a good point.
Yeah.
They didn't go, hey, we want to recast Peter Parker. We're going to change everything about this character who's been around for a long time. They created a new character who took over when Peter Parker died in the comics. And he's really awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And people loved it. Yeah. So it's interesting. Somebody says if they're recasting Superman, I vote John Krasinski. I love John Krasinski so much.
Recasting what? Who? Recasting what?
Superman.
Oh, Superman.
He was almost Captain America. He was supposed to be Captain America
He would've been
originally.
great.
I think he should be Mr. Fantastic, personally. Oh, gosh.
Who's that?
What? Mr. Fantastic?
I don't know who that is.
The Fantastic Four?
I have no
Reed
idea.
Richards?
Who?
I gotta go.
I don't know, man. Such a nerd.
Surrounded by amateurs.
Somebody said, did you guys hear about that one character in Scripture, actually, whose race was completely changed because of popular opinion? Yeah, Jesus. He was Middle Eastern Jew.
What?
But yeah, he always shows up as this white dude in movies. So, yeah, totally different from the race he's been for 2,000 years.
And in Renaissance art.
Yep. So, touche?
Mm-hmm.
Touche?
Or not touche.
Okay.
That is the question.
All right, we got to take a quick break, guys. Thanks for chiming in. 505-338-3700 when we come back. If you'd like to call into the show. We're also live on Facebook and YouTube. Search Star 88 FM. We'll be right back.
I love the food at the fair. I want to go on a roller coaster.
My wife and I had our first date at the fair.
For 80 years, the New Mexico State Fair has warmed hearts, brought families and friends together, and created lifelong memories. This year, come and celebrate everything you love about the fair.
I really like the animals in the petting zoo. I like the pygmy goats. They're funny.
The 2018 New Mexico State Fair, September 6th through 16th.
The memories are always the best.
Love is in the fair.
For over 40 years, La Salita Restaurant has been serving New Mexican food to Albuquerque. From starters like soups, salads, and Cindy nachos to entrees like chili rellenos, burrito de Eduardo, the BOG burrito, and carne adobada. La Salita is friendly to those who are vegan or gluten-free and offers catering, as well as a rewards program at 1950 Wansabo or online at lasalita.com. Star 88 thanks La Salita for their support.
It's big. Brace yourself.
Brand new music
on Star 88. Vertical worship, Christian hits, fresh indie, Star 88. Christine Kane challenges us to not just look at those around us, but to see the person as Christ sees them in this Star 88 PowerPoint.
The minute you objectify someone and you label them based on what they do or what they did rather than who they are, you've dehumanized them. You no longer see them as a person. They are just refugees. They are just traffic victims. They are just alcoholics. They are just drug addicts. They are just criminals. We just objectify them, we just categorize them, we just label them, and we dehumanize them. It's a plan of the enemy. And it is amazing how we do that. It's how we can look upon. Because we don't see that that's someone's daughter or someone's son. We don't see that that's someone's wife or someone's mother or someone's sister. We just look, because it's easy to look, because when you look, you can just look away and you don't think you've done any harm. But when you see, you can't unsee, and it changes everything. And we have a generation that is looking but not seeing. That's the problem.
That's Christine Kane on a Star 88 PowerPoint. The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Let's say you owned the Cowboys, and all of a sudden some gang out there decided to make that their official gang gear. That kind of stinks, right? Like,
the Cowboys?
I mean, no gang out there would ever wear a Cowboys jersey. Just saying. What if the gang name was the Cowboys?
Why not like the Outlaws?
Nah, Cowboys is better.
The Cowboys?
Yeah. We're the Cowboys.
Okay.
On a steel horse I ride.
I don't think anybody would take them seriously.
Exactly. That's what you want them. You want them to think that. Then you move in. Real smooth like. I'm stupid.
They're like, guys, so welcome to our first gang meeting. We're here to talk about the future, all right? And when I think the future, I think of one man, Dan Marino, all right? Because he didn't let the man get him down. Granted, he never won a Super Bowl, but he did his best. And that's what we're going to do in this game. We're going to do our best. So from this day forward, our gang affiliation is the Miami Dolphins. So everybody go out to like your sporting goods place and grab your Dolphins gear because we're going crazy with this gang.
We're the Dolphins.
We're the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Dolphins por vida, S.A.
I love it. It's amazing.
I'm going to go buy a Miami Dolphins hat. Just for like gang affiliated.
Gang. There's a gang.
Miami Dolphins,
gang down in Miami called the Dolphins.
I'm not kidding you, bro. This hat serves a purpose.
That's it, guys. We don't have anything else to give you. That's as good as it gets right there.
That's the best joke you'll hear.
That's as good as it gets. You're so stupid.
I am.
It was so great. Gosh.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all morning. I'll be here all morning.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
Hurricane Florence beginning to brush the coast of the Carolinas.
Attorney General Jeff Sessions outlining his crime-fighting strategy.
Prioritize prosecutions on the most violent, most dangerous people in the most violent areas.
The FBI director is warning about the threat Chinese espionage poses to the United States. Christopher Wray says the Chinese are stealing everything from American trade secrets to technological innovation.
If I look at our counterintelligence mission overall, China is our top priority.
Dignitaries from around the world gathered in Ghana's capital to pay their last respects to former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan.
Funeral held for Botham Jean, the Dallas man shot and killed by a police officer who says she mistook his apartment for her own.
Pope Francis met at the Vatican with American cardinals and bishops.
Guilford Technical Community College in North Carolina has formed a partnership with Fayetteville State University to offer low-cost degrees to students pursuing degrees in business administration, psychology, sociology, criminal justice, and fire and emergency services administration.
GM is recalling more than 1 million big pickup trucks and SUVs.
This adds 2015 models to last year's recall of 2014 GM trucks because of possible loss of power steering.
Good morning. Man, we are almost out of here, guys. Almost done. The weekend is here. Yeah, it goes by really fast, Sam. You know, you don't stop and look around every once in a while.
Dude, shout out to Andrea watching live from Hurricane Florence in North Carolina.
Wow. Whoa.
Be safe.
Hope you're okay.
Be safe. Seriously.
You know, it's not so much the wind stuff now, it's the rain and the flooding, and the storm surge is supposed to be huge.
Yeah.
I hope those folks are being smart and getting out of there.
Yep. Be careful, guys. Uncle Tad, I'm still waiting to hear from you. Where you at? Huh? Where you at?
Andrea says they're doing all right so far, so.
Good. Did she evacuate her home?
I mean,
I wonder.
I don't know.
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Okay.
Wow, that kid's a little brat.
Boy,
He is a brat. He should be spanked.
He's going to go up and marry somebody that looks like his mother.
What if that kid's 15? What if that kid's 15? Does he still need to be spanked?
Maybe. I mean, it doesn't sound like
if
he's ever
he
had
talks to me
discipline in
like
his life.
that,
Would you spank Jack? What's Jack, 15 or 16?
He's 14.
He's 14.
Oh, he's only 14?
He'll be 15 in October.
He's so mature.
He is. Love that kid. Love that kid.
I love that kid. I think he's a
you know,
good kid.
when the 3 or 4 random times that I've been able to bump into the Jeter boys, the whole Jeter clan, the couple times we've been able to do that, I just walk away and I tell Brenda, I said, those kids, they are so cool. Those 3 boys are just, they're
They're
and
good
I haven't
dudes.
spent that much time
Smooth,
around
man.
them, but I wish I could spend more time around
They're
them.
pretty cool, man.
They're cool, man. They're real cool. In fact, I don't feel cool when I'm around them because they're so
They're
cool.
so cool. That's kind of how I feel.
am not cool.
My coolness factor just goes right out the window.
All right.
Not that I had much in the first place.
Here we go. 7 post-Superman superhero movies DC should make. DC should make?
Superhero
Wait, are you
movies,
doing a nerd
DC
conversation
should
without
make.
me?
I knew you'd love this,
I wasn't
man.
involved in this
Here we go,
conversation.
Sam. 7 post-Superman superhero movies DC should make.
Hit me with your best shot.
Okay?
Okay.
Batgirl. Okay? Batgirl. They need to make a What? See, I don't know anything about Batgirl. Is Batgirl like Batman's girlfriend?
No.
Is she like Catwoman?
Dick
but
Grayson's
she's
girlfriend.
What?
Robin's girlfriend. Dick Grayson. That's
Oh.
Robin.
She's Commissioner Gordon's daughter.
Yes. Yes.
According to the
There
original
was-
60s series is what I'm going
Yeah.
off of.
There was a rumor that Joss Whedon was, in fact, making a Batgirl movie, and then it didn't happen.
That'd be cool.
Sure.
Joss Whedon? He's good.
Yeah, he's
if
great.
he did it, if he was behind
he's
it.
a creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like,
Yeah.
he can write that kind of, He also did Avengers. He did Serenity.
So you're saying he can write
Firefly
girl stuff?
He could.
Did we just say that? On that?
Yeah.
I just
Speaking
send
of
your
girl
emails
stuff-
to Star88.
Zatanna.
Yeah.
Zatanna?
Not
Here's
not
why- here's
Santana.
why that's not gonna work.
Zatanna.
Here's
What?
why that's not going to work. Because we already have Doctor Strange, and everybody will view it as a ripoff.
Oh, is she the
female
girl version? Really?
Yeah, she's the magic.
They say magical, like Harry Potter-like elements.
Sure.
Shazam will introduce magic to the DC universe, which will open the door for DC Super.
Shazam!
Can't wait for
Zatanna to make her debut.
Could be.
Okay.
I just want a Swamp Thing.
Right?
There was a 70s TV show, Shazam.
Oh, I know. Oh, wait.
Oh, Shazam?
I thought you meant
70s
Swamp
TV
Thing.
show.
Oh, no.
There was an
Yeah.
80s TV show.
Yeah, that scared me when I was a kid.
He would go,
Loved that.
Shazam, and the lightning bolt would hit him, and he would turn into his red costume and go and save the day.
Yeah. That's the movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
Zachary Levi, a believer,
Oh.
who will be at New York Comic Con.
Wow.
Yeah, hoping to get a moment with him.
Well, that'll be fun when you and I get to go and Dex has to stay here.
Yeah,
Guys,
yes.
I'll be there. They
Yes.
don't know yet, but I'll be there in spirit.
Okay.
Catwoman. Wait, didn't we already have a Catwoman movie? Catwoman movie back in the day, like the 90s?
Oh, no. A character in one of the Batman
I thought they
movies.
made a movie, though, didn't they?
Oh, Halle Berry.
Oh, they did Halle Berry. That's
Yeah.
right.
No.
Yeah, they did.
Michelle
Yeah,
Pfeiffer
of
played
course they did.
Catwoman in the Batman movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know that she made that costume? Like she
Halle Berry made it?
No. Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh.
She
Made hers?
wanted that role so badly.
Wow.
Now I have to go back and look it up.
That's
like,
interesting.
Talk about when you're passionate about something and you push because, you know, we have a tendency to get frustrated or down. Say you don't get the job right away. You know, it's like, ugh, never mind.
Yeah.
And she wanted to be Catwoman so badly that she went through so much.
She was really
to get
good,
that.
too.
Yeah. She was.
She's
And
a
so-
fantastic actress anyway.
Yeah.
For sure.
She almost starred in the 90s Catwoman solo film.
Oh.
Of course, now she's in the Ant-Man world. So
Yes.
I'm gonna have to find
I
the
was
story.
totally surprised by that when she showed up as the.
Oh gosh.
Because they didn't show who she was. They just showed her in the costume in the
I
first
know.
movie.
These are
What's the next one, Dix?
these are superhero movies DC should make. DC should make. That's hard to say. Say it, Sam. DC should make.
DC should make.
See, there's that pause. I got to pause.
Yes.
All right, Vixen. Who's Vixen? I don't know. Who's Vixen, bro?
See, yeah, this is why you don't go to Relevant Magazine.
Vixen can summon the strengths of various animals to fight her enemies, which provides lots of opportunities for fun special effects. And she'd inject a much-needed shot of racial diversity into the DCEU's lineup to boot. Okay, there you go. There's that racial diversity you were talking about.
I'm the editor of a Irrelevant magazine.
So check this out. Going back to Michelle Pfeiffer, I wanted to find the source
Yeah.
in the article.
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer was not cast. Like she said, quote, I was obsessed with Catwoman from the time I was a young girl. Completely obsessed with Catwoman. When I heard that Tim was making a film, Tim Burton, and Catwoman sadly had already been cast, I was devastated. At the time, Annette Bening was cast to play Catwoman.
Oh.
So
That's
Annette
interesting.
Bening was supposed to star in Batman Returns and play Catwoman, and then she got pregnant, and so Michelle Pfeiffer heard that she might be recast, and she trained for months. She learned to become a whip master, so she did all of her own stunts within the film, actually with the whip.
With the whip, yeah.
She also became a kickboxer and trained for months, and came ready to go, like in this super tight getup. It wasn't the one that they used in the film, obviously, but had this like cat girl outfit, like I'm here for the role, and crushed it and got the role. And she's one of the more iconic characters from that time period.
She is. Yeah.
So I love that because, I think sometimes like if there's a job you're going after, or maybe it's a relationship, whatever it is in your life, and you're like, I want this. Like, how badly do you really want something? Like, how much time and work are you willing to put into something to attain it? Because I'm always like blown away when I hear stories like that, where it's like literally trained for months for the potential to possibly have this one role because she just knew she was destined to play Catwoman.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
Yeah. But let's be honest. Kickboxing is a usable skill
In life. Yes.
I mean,
well, apparently in the 90s as a female actress, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, it was. More needed that skill.
Yes.
It's unfortunate, dude. You start hearing all these stories and you're going, oh my gosh, Hollywood is so disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next up. Hawk Girl.
Oh my gosh, your list is so bad. I'm leaving.
Really? You wouldn't want to see a Hawk Girl
Well, no, it's
movie?
just that, like,
Huh?
I don't know. It's like they're trying to go, yeah.
That's a female falcon.
An alien warrior who came to Earth on a mission to prepare it for invasion, but soon found herself taking it under her wing, so to speak. Hawk Girl has an interesting character arc baked right into her origin story, and just look at that helmet. Okay, that looks dumb.
Watch as this takes flight. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. What's this one?
Okay, Big Bertha. Oh, my bad. Big Barda.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not Big Bertha.
Maybe the most intriguing character on DC's list right now would also be one of the trickiest to pull off, but the wonders if it could succeed. Big Barda began her life as a warrior servant in the alien Despot Darkseid's
Oh my
army
gosh.
before
Is this
falling
supposed to
in
count
love.
for your
Okay.
spiritual topic because you're reading from Relevant? This is a terrible
Can I get a glass
one.
of water, please?
This is a terrible one.
Okay. All
They've
right.
picked stupid
Big
people.
Barda. All right.
I'll give you one. Nightwing. Let's get a Nightwing movie.
Maybe it's on my list.
Batman sidekick. All right. Robin. He becomes Nightwing because he had to train under him, and now he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm a grown up. They split up, and you get a Nightwing movie. That'd be cool. Why not Swamp Thing? That would be fun.
What about Starfire?
Oh, gosh.
Starfire has a rough history at the hands of her comic book creators, many of whom have drawn her in practically tiny outfits. Oh, see, we can't go there. Nope. She's a carefree warrior princess from a distant planet who is significantly more cheerful than her Shakespearean backstory and company.
So she's an actress who became a superhero?
I guess so.
Okay.
I guess so. Yeah, the list is dumb. Okay. You know what? I did this list for you, bro.
I'm sorry.
I did this list
Sorry
for you.
you failed. I really had a better one.
And
It was
I thought it'd make you
Jordan as
happy, and all it did
Superman.
was make you upset.
Michael B.
Gosh darn
Jordan
it.
as Superman I thought was a pretty good one, but that's cool too.
Sometimes
That's
we have
cool
to
too.
do things that we don't want to do.
I still think they ought to cast a skinny guy as Superman.
I agree.
I think.
I mean, Dean Cain wasn't the most ripped dude on the planet.
That's
right?
true.
I don't
No,
know about
that's-
that. I'm
that's
Googling
true.
that right now.
And Christopher Reeve
Christopher
was like
Reeve,
tall,
he wasn't cut.
but he wasn't like
he was strong.
Yeah.
But he wasn't cut
Yeah.
muscular. Yeah. Okay.
So
He looks like me.
yeah.
But he's still a little
He looks
heftier
like
than
me.
I am.
You know, there's actually at New York Comic Con, the entire cast is reuniting this year for the Lois and Clark reunion.
Really?
Yeah, I got a panel for that, and I'm like, do I want to go? I never watched that show.
Yeah.
Terry Hatcher will be there. Dean Cain will be there. The entire cast of Lois and
Who
Clark.
was the actor that played the Flash back in the 80s or 90s?
Oh
What
man,
was
he
his name?
plays the
He plays the
He's his
dad in the series now.
now.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Uh,
You mean the Internet Movie Database? It.
Gosh.
I can Flash. Was
Did
it
you
80s
just
or
say
90s?
Internet data movie? You
No,
can't
I said
say
Internet Movie
database. You can't say IMDb.
This guy.
I can't say
This guy was
because then
ripped.
I say DC. DC should make if I try to say IMBD. IMDb. Internet Movie. I have to.
We're literally
Internet
talking about dudes in the 80s who were buff. Who's next?
IMDb.
Lou Ferrigno. He played the whole.
Oh.
Yep.
Yes. Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry.
Yes. But
Bill
actually,
Bixby.
speaking of the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo is going to be at New York Comic Con.
Oh.
And that is one person that I'm really hoping to
Yeah.
yeah. To see. Gosh, Ruffalo.
But do I bow? I don't.
I love that man.
We don't do that here. That's one of my favorite parts of it.
Yep.
Look
Somebody
at
chimed in a
Flash
few
Gordon.
times to just say Spider Girl over and over.
Spider Girl.
So apparently that's a movie they want to see.
Okay.
They said DJ Qualls is Superman. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But in order, I don't know. Wouldn't you still become muscular if you were that strong?
You know why?
Like Steve Rogers, he took the super soldier serum and he became really strong.
Yes, but he wasn't strong before.
I love how
that's
they're acting
that's
like
how
this
he
is real life,
became.
But Superman wasn't super strong on Krypton. They're just normal people.
Right.
And it
And
was
so
the
when he-
yellow sun.
Yes,
that
and so when he
caused him-
came to Earth,
So wouldn't he grow muscles?
Their gravity was
why
different
would he
there.
grow muscle?
Because it's like the super soldier serum, but for Superman.
Listen,
The super soldier serum.
I have lived on Earth my entire life. I have never grown muscles.
That's true.
Why?
That's because
Why?
you're from Earth. You're not from Krypton.
If I went to Krypton, I'd be super strong.
You'd be super
I don't
strong?
know.
Super
I don't know
strong?
how that works for humans on other planets.
Wait a minute. Are you saying
they
that
have a
I
red
can't?
sun.
Wait, is that a personal thing? Or are you saying that I can never be super strong? Is that what you're saying,
You can
Steve?
never be super strong.
I think.
You never could be super
I think
strong.
you were unhandedly
Okay,
being
now that
biased
is
towards
racist
skinny
and
Americans.
insane.
Oh man. By the way, David Hasselhoff, somebody else said. Ooh.
Oh.
Was he super ripped? in
Oh,
the
yeah, are you
80s?
kidding me? With lots of hair on his chest?
I don't know. It's hard to tell because he ran in slow motion at the beginning of Baywatch.
That was
Which
like
I wasn't
90s,
allowed to watch.
80s. We're talking like Kit Car and
Oh, that
like
one.
Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, get with the times.
Knight Rider.
Look at that, guys.
Tom
Look at that.
Selleck was
Looks
ripped.
just like
oh
me.
my gosh,
So
take that.
looks
weird.
I
just
can
like
never
me.
unsee
Sorry,
that picture
Sam, I
that
didn't
you
mean to do
just.
that.
I just so.
Did I make you
I
stumble?
just
I'm
threw up
sorry.
in my mouth a little bit.
Look at The Rock. Look at both of those guys. Oh, man. I wish I was like The Rock.
Now,
Somebody
the-
said, "Bro, Christopher Reeve was jacked." Wow.
Oh,
okay.
that- oh,
you know
man.
what?
He was, man.
Dang. Man.
Okay, I'll go back to my original thing. Superman should be skinny.
No way. Somebody said, "What about an awesome reboot of Daredevil?" Wait, what?
We idolize.
That's the best.
We idolize muscles. I'm just saying.
I guess
as a
so.
skinny guy, I'm throwing it out there.
No, we don't. When I was a kid, I enjoyed Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I was never like.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I used to buy muscle magazines. And you know what? Hey,
That's weird to me. I never
it's
wanted
weird,
to be
but
like
I loved looking in muscle
super
magazines.
When I was a
yoked,
kid, you know
like-
those 98-pound weaklings that used to have the sand kicked in their face?
Yes.
They used to kick sand in my face.
Because you're super skinny.
I didn't even weigh 98 pounds.
Wow.
Okay.
We got
But
7
enough
more.
about me.
Okay.
What do you think about me?
I think you're great, man.
Oh, thanks.
You know, I think you look young.
Oh, thank you.
And I love your wife. I think she's great, even though I've only met her once.
Yeah.
And still haven't met any of your kids, but I hear great things.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, well, you need to.
I don't think I have.
Okay.
You
We'll
guys
work
keep
on that.
talking. I'm just having
Who else do you want me to
conversations
Google?
about
I can
comics.
Google somebody else. Who
No,
else you
we're
want?
good. We're good.
We got 6 minutes to fill.
Yeah.
David Hasselhoff. Let's see.
Who do you want, Sam? Give me a name to Google. Who do you want to see?
Luigi.
Luigi.
Yeah, he was big in the 80s.
Hi, Luigi.
Yeah, was he ripped?
Let's
No,
go.
He was tall and skinny.
Yeah.
And his
Okay.
brother was short and fat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Round. Sorry. Mario wasn't
Yeah, I
fat.
don't
I
use
don't.
fat, dude.
He was a plumber.
That's not politically correct.
Okay.
Tom Selleck.
Ooh, Tom Selleck.
You know what? Somebody brought up a really good point, actually, and his name is Mark. Because we almost did have a skinny Superman.
Oh.
Nick Cage in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
That is
Before
true,
he
yeah.
got.
Superman Forever, I think is what it was supposed to be called.
He would have been a
And-
great Superman. He really would have.
Gosh.
What, you got a problem with Nick Cage? Huh? Look at the. Oh, man.
Nick Cage he helped us find a national treasure.
A couple times.
Twice.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
So remember this is Army Chime Rosalind. She said Christopher Reeve. Very first movie star crush. I was 5. Saw Superman at the drive-in
Oh,
movie
my
theater.
gosh.
You will believe a man can fly.
You guys remember Quigley Down Under?
That is a great movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Tom Selleck has the greatest mustache in the history
He does.
of mustaches.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, man.
I need to grow my mustache back. That's it. I'm doing
Have
it.
you seen the reboot of Magnum?
Oh, really? They're
CBS
rebooting
is
that?
rebooting
What?
Magnum.
I know. Well, yeah.
Who's
I've seen it
We've
advertised.
talked about this on the show multiple times.
I don't know
think we
who the actor is going to be Magnum, but I'm not sure I can watch that. Tom Selleck is Magnum PI.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of like the reboot of MacGyver.
Yeah.
Did anybody
Zeus,
watch that?
Apollo!
Yes,
Yeah.
and I actually did like it.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah.
Fired. You're fired.
Oh, wow. Who are these bozos?
Oh, okay. That's the new Magnum PI. That guy.
Oh
right
wait,
there.
Google
what?
Bozo the Clown.
Okay.
Speaking of Bozos,
No, I don't want that guy to play Tom Selleck. You kidding me?
he's not playing Tom Selleck. He's
He's
playing
not.
Magnum PI.
Yes, he is.
So,
Sam.
yes,
he
right here.
is. Magnum PI is a real guy.
Right there. Jay Hernandez. He's Hispanic.
Let's be
Tom
real,
Selleck
though.
is not Hispanic.
Let's be real. Name the more iconic stuff Tom Selleck ever did, other than Magnum PI.
Indiana Jones.
Quigley Down Under.
He was supposed to. More iconic than Magnum PI.
Oh no! I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I
'Cause everybody
misheard the
associates him
question.
as Magnum PI.
I misheard.
Maybe.
Oh,
Friends.
that's great.
Friends.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
But still, he's
Yeah.
Magnum PI. Let's be real, guys.
Yeah, okay.
And you know that the show he's Blue Bloods.
Blue Bloods is
Dude,
that's a good show.
I like that show.
It's a great show.
And Jennifer Love Hewitt is in a new series now too.
Why'd you have to mention her name?
She's a dispatcher, Steve-O, for 911.
Yeah, I know.
I saw that commercial last night, and I told Brenda, I said, I'm going to bring that up to Steve-O.
Uh,
I'm just going to see what he says.
I follow her on Instagram, and when she was on set,
So
she would
annoying
post
on
Insta
Instagram.
stories about her time.
I'm
And
unfollowing
then we
her
were
right
watching something else on Fox, and the commercial came on. I was like, "Everybody, stop what you're doing!"
Goosebumps.
And it was literally her going, 911, what's your emergency?
Oh my
and I was like,
gosh.
"She's brilliant.
She's
give,
so
give
great.
her an Emmy.
Give her
Best television performance I've ever seen in my entire life."
911, what's your
JLH, I love you so much.
Oh, my
I have
God.
goosebumps already.
Oh, I love you so much. I gotta go.
Oh, man. No, I can't watch that ad for that show without thinking of my friend Steve-O.
That's right.
No,
That's right.
she's my favorite human.
All right, guys.
I love her.
We are done. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, Stormy. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. We'll upload the show if you guys are just joining us. You guys can go back. Get caught up on all the shows this week. Also available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, You can download the Star 88 app to your phone. Sam, we love you, bro.
Love you guys too.
Have a great weekend, man.
You too.
Guys, have a beautiful weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
That's all we got. There ain't no more. That's right. Time is tight. It's the end of the show.
A supernova on Star 88 with David Jeremiah.
Sometimes you would think, and maybe we think this way here today, if God has been good to me over here and he's shown me to be strong, I'm set